you so much for that, Roselle. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, the first guest is loading in, baby. Thank you so much for that little crown. I really appreciate you for that. And he lagged out. By the way, we have very limited guest requests right now. If you think that being gay is wrong / immoral, go ahead and let me know by hopping in those guest requests. We're just looking for some debates, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk to our first guest of the night, Dread. Let's go ahead and talk to Dread. Chat, what's going on, Dread? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
Yes.
You are a child. All right, moving on to the next guest, y'all. And make sure if we're hopping in this guest request that we are of age, okay? We need to make sure. That we are of age. But for everyone coming in, welcome to the stream. We just restarted for the evening. What's going on, Jeffrey? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
I do.
Okay, why?
Generally, morally, I think it's wrong. But I also think it has to do with mental issues.
Megan, thank you for the money gun. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So now let me just get this straight. You said generally, morally, you think it's wrong. So why do you think it's morally wrong? And thank you, Megan, so much for that money gun.
Morally, I would say it's more of Christian aspect.
Okay, so, I mean, we could talk about that. Do you want to name one verse in the Bible that says it's wrong to be gay?
No, I don't really want to go on the Christian aspect because that's more of a belief. And then not everyone has the same belief.
You already know I was going to hit you with a heat on that. All right, so then you said it was like a mental problem or something?
Yeah, I think it has more to do with, I want to say something mentally wrong. Kind of like an illness.
Like a mental illness? Yeah? So, the
Yeah.
World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, and the American Public Health Association are all huge institutions of medicine, science, psychology, sociology, and otherwise that do not classify being gay as a mental illness.
Okay, but it's not really natural. And then there's diseases that can come from being gay.
Define natural.
Sexually, it's not naturally, not natural biologically. Sorry.
It's not natural biologically. So actually, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, in conjunction with the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, used a whole lot of fancy-dancy machines like EEGs, MRIs, fMRIs, and postmortem brain slices to conclude that sexual orientation is based upon physicalities of the brain that start developing in about 8 weeks gestation. So it quite literally is caused by biology. Silence. Silence.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can. Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, great. Sorry. Okay, so where is that coming from again? Sorry, I'm
the
cutting out a little bit.
Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, in conjunction with the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies. Emily, thank you so much for that night helmet. At the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts. And, I mean, let me tell you, there is so much that we can look at, right? When we're talking about this point, there's so many subjects, like studies done on this that would show that being gay happens naturally, right? So first of all, we just observe it in nature. We see homosexuality in over 3,000 other species besides humans, right?
Okay,
and then we can
like
also
what?
look at things like genome. Oh, like what? Like fruit flies is one of them.
Okay,
Lions,
yeah, fruit flies,
bears,
right.
elks. Like, I mean, we could
okay,
look
so
at manatees,
fruit flies,
different types of
elaborate.
reptiles, fish. Yeah, so we observe homosexual intercourse and fruit flies, which is hilarious, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, so have you looked that up about the fruit flies actually?
Yeah, I actually have. It's actually in my recent TikTok.
Okay, if you look it up, there's actually a very high increase in homosexuality in fruit flies due to pollution. There's actually I can't give you the exact article for that, but there is if you go look it up. There's
Yeah, what's your source?
I have no idea. I read it somewhere.
Honestly, it just sounds like you're kind of talking out of your ass, but let's see. Yeah, so there is no scientific research that I'm finding that suggests a potential link between environmental pollutants and changes in sexual behaviors or characteristics in some animal species. Right. So now next point. So why do you think that being gay is wrong exactly?
I guess I would
Thank you
just
for
say
that, Kat.
morally,
Thank
and
you
the
so
fact
much.
that it has
Thank you so
negative
much for
effects.
the handouts. Yeah. So why is it morally wrong?
Well, that would be a personal thing due to belief, but
Right. So what belief of yours like constitutes it as being morally wrong?
Christianity.
Yeah. Where did in the Christian Bible does it say it's wrong to be gay?
I don't know references. I'm sorry.
I do. Leviticus, Genesis. We're going to be looking at like Corinthians, Romans, and Timothy. Yeah, so I'm just going to speed run through them all real quick. Leviticus was in reference to the Israelites and their differences from the from the Canaanites or the Egyptians. So you could have had a strong case as to why it would be wrong to be gay as an Israelite living 3,000 years ago. Right? But not anymore, right? So then let's go ahead and hit on like Genesis, like Sodom and Gomorrah. Gomorrah quite literally raped and assaulted an angel, and this is why God destroyed the city, not because of consensual gay gay intercourse. Surely, Mom, I really appreciate that money gun. Now we're just gonna hit Corinthians, Romans, and Timothy all in one. These use very abstract and arbitrary language, such as Malachi or arseniokai, that cannot be directly inferred as to be in condemnation of homosexuality, right? This is not the most like literal translations. In fact, translations of the Bible condemning homosexuality in these three parts of the Bible only started popping up in 1946. So there you go. I just wiped them all out. I got you, buddy. So then you also said being gay is wrong because of disease.
Yeah, it has a lot of negative effects.
Well, I mean, right? So like heterosexual intercourse also, yields like STIs and STDs. So this is not going to be mutually exclusive to homosexual intercourse. So I mean, if you want to call homosexual intercourse wrong because of this, you're also going to have to call heterosexual intercourse wrong because of this.
No, you wouldn't, because heterosexual intercourse is only STDs
Thank you
and
for that
stuff are
superpower.
passed
I appreciate that.
due to dirtiness or other diseases in the body, whereas gay,
No,
like
not
specifically
true.
AIDS.
No. So we see STIs and STDs in heterosexual intercourse and in homosexual intercourse. We see like for all like various forms or reasonings, right?
Right.
So what's your next point? Why is being gay wrong? Do you have anything else for me? Appreciate that.
Other
Liz.
than spiritually, no.
I mean, I disproved the spiritual shit too. You couldn't
Wait,
even
okay,
tell
so
me
on the
where in your
spiritual
Bible
thing,
it said
the
it was
whole-
wrong to be gay. You couldn't even tell me where in the Bible it says it was wrong to be gay. I told you, and then I discredited them all.
Well, yeah, because you have it pulled up on a computer. I don't have
No,
a
I
computer
don't.
on me right
I don't.
now.
I don't have anything pulled up on a computer. I'm just like more intelligent than you. You seem to be a fake Christian, but that's okay. We're not talking about your Christianity now, are we? We're talking about why you think it's wrong to be gay. So, do you have anything else? Anything else to share whatsoever, Jeffrey?
I guess not.
I appreciate you for coming up, brother.
Yep, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you.
Have a good one, y'all. Let's go ahead and tippity tap that away on that screen, folks. First Dean W of the night. Make sure we're tippity tapping away. Let's try to get up to 200,000 likes, y'all. Oh my fucking god, Dean W, right? Make sure to hit that follow button if you're enjoying the content. Let's try to get up to 75,000 followers. We're gonna go ahead and get the next guest in here, y'all. Make sure we're only requesting if we think it is wrong to be gay. Oh, we have a familiar face in the guest requests. Thank you so much for that, Corn. We have a familiar face in the guest requests.
I'm in.
What's up,
Oh, yeah.
Bowman? Do you think it's wrong
baby.
to be
Let's
gay?
go. Let's go. I'm about to destroy your. I know you changed the subject for a reason. I know you changed the subject for a reason. All right, hold up. All right, let's go. Let's
Oh, are
go,
you not
baby.
up here to talk about why it's wrong to be gay?
No, I'm not. No, I'm finishing you off from the earlier one right now because I know you took me off for a reason, and that's why you changed the subject. So let me just go off to the part.
I changed it because my views were low. But look,
Okay.
now Bowman, I appreciate you for coming up here.
Okay.
If you want to talk about that other topic, join my Discord. The link's in the bio. Join my Discord. The link's in the bio. We can talk in there. But we're talking about why being gay is wrong. But actually, thank you so much for doing your research. Like, unironically, that kid did do his research. Please join the Discord and post your research. The link's in the bio. What's going on, Austin? Do you think it's wrong / immoral to be gay?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because
It's okay, yeah, you're gonna say shit, man. You're gonna say shit. We're gonna go and move on to the next guest, y'all here. Let's go to talk to Liam. Make sure if we are in those guest requests that we do think that it is wrong to be gay. Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna go and move on to the next guest here. What's going on, Liam? Do you think it is wrong / immoral to be gay? Man, I don't, bro. Come on, make sure if you're in those requests, you are ready. You gotta be, if you're in those requests, make sure you are ready, right? You know what I mean? What's going on, Braden? Do you think it's wrong/immoral to be gay?
Of course. Hey, so can you go back to, Bowman Fitness? That's my brother. We're just kind of listening to your,
Nice. Do you have a reason why it's wrong to be gay, Braden?
Yeah, no, I just want to go back to your Corinthian statement where you said that it's not a sin to be gay. Can you go back to that?
Yeah, so Corinthians uses like the original Greek language of like of Malakoi, right? And like arsenioke, and at the most literal translations, this cannot be inferred to mean like men on men, but most like plausibly
But
men
you
on
could
boys.
say that
like, condemn it for P3-idiophilia.
So you're saying that for the whole book of Corinthians, you can misinterpret. You can interpret it how you
Lisa,
want.
thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate
You
it.
can-
So
you-
Braden, why is it wrong to be gay exactly?
I'm trying to prove you wrong on this with the 1 Corinthians 6:9 that it says that it's wrong to be gay, bro. It just says
Yeah,
that.
no. So again, I'm telling you, the original Greek, right? The original Greek used word.
It's just
the
translated,
original
bro.
Greek
It's
word
not
is arsenioke. No, I'm telling you, it's not, right?
You're
I'm telling you, it's not.
misinterpreting.
No, Braden. You could talk to any theologian. You could talk to any historian. This is untrue. The original Greek language used, arsenioke, cannot be mean at its most literal translation to mean man on man, right?
It
And this
literally
can be
says
confirmed by any
sexual,
theologian,
immoral,
right?
or
Like Braden, listen to me, right? Braden, I need you to listen to me, right?
Okay,
Bro,
okay,
I could get a historian in here.
I'm listening,
I could
bro.
get a
Just talk,
theologian.
just
I could get a
talk,
librarian.
I'm
I could get a
listening.
professor.
I'm listening,
Like,
bro.
yeah. So what I'm saying is that in 1946, a bunch of white people that don't like gay people put it in the Bible.
You're white.
That,
You're white.
oh
by the
yeah.
way. You're
Like,
white.
I am, right? I am.
Okay, so
right?
why are
I
you
am,
hating
right?
on
So
your
Braden,
text,
I
bro?
need you to
Just
listen to
so-
me, right? So you're not listening. You're obviously not listening. So what I'm telling you is, in Corinthians, the original language used cannot be, referring to in its most literal translation to be like discrediting towards like gay people, right? So then also, like, these references that we see throughout the Bible are, like, more specifically preluding to Greek-Roman, like, practices such as temple prostitution and not consensual same-sex intercourse. So even if you do accept that, you're still going to have cultural problems. Right? I don't know how else to explain this to you, Brandon.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you just came on for no reason. I heard you the first time. Nice vape hit though. But I'm just saying
I don't vape.
it clearly. Hey, are you a gym bro too, bro? I see the profile picture. It's pretty fire. But
I'm a gym bro.
Okay.
What does this have to do with like being gay is
I'm
wrong?
not.
Okay.
I'm just
now,
trying to-
Brayden, give me your argument. Why do you think being
it
gay is
says
wrong?
clearly in every single version of the Bible, it says homosexuality. You can't misinterpret that. You're trying to
Right.
interpret the way you want to interpret it.
No, so this isn't the way that I want to interpret it. This is just like the most literal understanding of the text. Like here, like
Bro,
yeah.
hey,
So like
can
the
you just
Greek
take a look
word
at your
used,
chat?
like no, listen,
Take a look at
like
your
you, I'm
chat.
gonna
It's all saying
respond,
L's,
right?
bro. You gotta change a different. You gotta put a different prompt. It's all saying L's, bro. You're getting messed up.
Brayden, yo, just because like there's a bunch of other people who think that it's wrong to be
it's
gay,
3,000
bro, Brayden, see the
people.
thing is this is why I keep putting you on mute, right? So just because there exists a lot of people that think it's wrong to be gay, and they will irrationally like believe and follow what anyone else who says it's wrong to be gay will say because they want to be like verified or have this sense of justification in their beliefs, this doesn't justify the beliefs. So now I'm going to be just about as straightforward with you as I can be, right? So the word arsenioke is the original Greek word used in 1 Corinthians 6:9 through 10. And at its most literal translation, this cannot be used to be in reference towards man on man, or be used to condemn homosexuality. Like I said, talk to a single historian, talk to a single individual who's fluent in Greek, talk to a single theologian, talk to a single individual who has a single fucking clue about the Bible, right? And then even if we do accept that this is supposed to be in reference to man on man, which we should not because that is unjustified, it is so much more likely that Corinthians was preluding towards Greek Romanian practices such as temple prostitution. We saw exploitative or abusive sexual practices in Greek Romanian culture, such as male temple prostitution, and this is what it was condemning, right? If it were to be condemning that at all, not consensual same-sex intercourse. And why do I say this? Because if we look in Leviticus, where the first place in the Bible where God condemns homosexuality, clearly, God himself, like your God himself clearly states in verse 18, that the rules in which he laid out were specific to the Israelites and their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites. He says, like, the Egyptians and the Canaanites had these ritualistic homosexual orgies where they'd pray to their god, and this is why he said it was bad in Leviticus. So even if we do accept that this is supposed to be condemning homosexuality in Corinthians, why cannot we accept that this was in condemnment of exploitative and abusive Greek-Romanian practices such as male temple prostitution? Like, I could go on all day about this. And then, like, the cherry on top is to prove to me that the God even exists. Like, why am I giving this fairy tale any fucking thought of mine? You know what I mean?
Thanks for the lecture, bro. You can just look at kind of all the prophecies that have came true. You know, the 2200 out of the 2600 that had been laid out in the Bible.
Give me one.
You give you one. The 7-year Israel peace treaty is about to be signed. If you can go look at that, the Euphrates River is driving. That's kind of the main one.
Right. So where were these prophecies in the Bible?
I can give you one right now. Can I search it up?
So you don't even know, you gotta go look it up. No, right. So Brandon, I have a better idea, right? So there's also going to be Brandon. So there's like also like quote unquote like fulfilled prophecies by quite literally any other religion ever. It's called confirmation bias. So if you're using this notion of fulfilled prophecies to justify the existence of the Christian God, now listen to me, right? So if you're using this notion of fulfilled prophecies to justify the existence of the Christian God, this same notion would therefore also justify the existence of the Islamic gods, the Greek gods, the Norse gods, the Mayan gods, the Aztec gods, fucking Shmizas, dude. Like, you understand this, right? So, like, this does not justify the existence of the Christian God, right? So, why is it wrong to be gay?
Why? So why are you going on to if God exists? I think you just got on to Bowman Fitness because the prompt wasn't why are men supposed to be why should men lead women, but now you're going to why does God exist? So stick to your prompt that you're putting up there, bro.
Brandon, I could change a prompt if like one is like not giving. Like,
okay, so
not getting as many viewers as the other, bro. You honestly just sound mad. So Brandon, I'm gonna ask you one last time.
I'm trying to tell you.
Why is it wrong to be gay? Why is it wrong to be gay?
It's unnatural. It's unnatural.
Define natural.
Yes, it's unnatural.
Define unnatural.
Something that is not natural.
Define natural.
Dude, bro, listen. You cannot our goal, and as our human being, I bet you've heard this thousands of times, is to reproduce and be fruitful and multiply. It is. You can't reproduce with same sex. You just can't. It goes against biology. And if you're trying to be this smart, intelligent guy, you should know that it goes against biology.
Oh, Brayden, I got a question for you.
Bro, you're so cringy.
I got a question for you.
What the fuck?
Is infertility wrong?
Dude, of course you're gonna say this. It's not, but that's not unnatural. That's a natural thing. That's you pull out this little.
So if you're saying that the goal of us as humans, now Brayden, if you're saying, now listen, Brayden, I need you to stop like being such an emotional little man, right? If you're saying that the goal of us, now, Brayden, I'm here, bro. Oh, when was that?
I would beat your ass. I'm not little, bro.
Oh, keep crying, Brayden.
Dude, you post this gym picture like you were big, bro. Go get on some creatine.
Oh, Brayden,
eat some red meat,
crying.
Bro. Eat some red meat.
Oh, keep crying, Brayden. Is Brayden crying? So anyways, we're going to get back to the debate here, right? Because Brayden just keeps crying, right? So you said that the goal of humanity was to be fruitful and to multiply, but then you said infertility was not wrong. So if you're gay, you can't be fruitful and multiply, or in other words, have kids in the same sense that if you're infertile, you can't have kids, right? Look, for individuals such as you, I made a fucking graph so you could really get it. Here's being gay. No reproduction. Here's infertility. No reproduction. How much simpler do I gotta make this for you, man?
One thing is, it's a choice. One's a choice, and one's not a choice, bro.
Being gay is a choice.
So one's is when God created.
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now?
What?
Can you choose to?
Yes.
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by a chicken right now?
Yes.
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by your mother right now?
Yes.
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by a toddler right now?
Yes.
Okay, Brandon. So it honestly just sounds like you got a lot of issues because the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, in conjunction with the
choice,
Center for
bro. You can't
Neurodoctor,
say
says, "Don't interrupt
Netherlands.
me.
I'm telling you as a
I'm going to finish my statement, right, Brandon? All
Oh.
right. So it honestly just sounds like you got a lot of issues. So, like the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, in conjunction with the Center for Neurodoctor Studies at the University of Massachusetts and Pittsburgh, did a whole lot of fancy brain tests on gay and straight people, and what they found was like our sexual orientation was dependent upon physicalities of our brain. Also, this notion that being gay isn't a choice is further pushed by other, like genetic similarities found in between, individuals that share sexual orientations.
Yeah, I know you got me
You
on
know
that.
what I mean?
You got me
And
on
then,
that.
then also the fact that, do you think that fruit flies can make choices?
Bro, yes, bro. Can I just say something?
Wait, do you think that fruit flies can make choices?
Yes.
Yeah, so like fruit flies cannot make conscious decisions, right? But yet we observe homosexuality within them. And then also this notion that being gay is not a choice is shared by the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society,
Okay, bro,
the
I
American
get it,
Society
I
for
get it, I
Sexual
get it, I
Medicine,
get
the
it, I
American
get it. But
Academy
can
of
it be a
Pediatrics,
choice?
the American College of
Hey,
Physicians, the
Dean,
American Academy
bro,
of Family
can you
Physicians,
just
the American
listen?
Counseling Association, and the
I
American
hear you,
Public
bro.
Health
I hear
Association.
you. I hear you. Dean, can I just say one thing, bro? Can you make a choice not to have same-sex intercourse? Can I make a choice? Even if I'm a no? Even if
Oh, no, I said yes. No, you can totally make a choice to do that. But sexual orientation isn't defined by intercourse.
Not make a choice to be infertile. That's what I am saying. Listen, even if everybody was gay, but they had a choice not to have the same sex intercourse, but one just can't have a baby. So that's where I'm saying that's where you're wrong.
Right. So Braden, sexual orientation is not dependent upon intercourse had, and if a gay man has or does not have same-sex intercourse, he will still have no children. So this is why one is they're both not choices, because we just went through that whole line of argumentation about how being gay is not a choice, and this is backed by all the science, right? And sexual orientation is defined by attraction, right? And yeah, it's a choice on who you sleep with. Gerald, I appreciate that epic GG. Thank you so much. But when we come to gay people, if they choose or don't choose to sleep with anyone, they can't choose to be attracted to women. And because of that, they can't, have kids.
Are you attracted to women, bro?
I am.
I'm
straight.
Why do you smile like that?
Dude, I think you're the most. I don't even know what to say anymore, bro. Because I feel like you don't.
Because you got fucked on.
You can't get it across your brain, bro. It's because you're so
Archie, appreciate that, Crown. Thank you so much.
You just think so black and white. You don't hear anything except what you want to hear, bro. So it's I feel like you're so feminist and you're so estrogenic, bro.
Oh, keep grind, Braden. Is this your way? So Braden,
I feel like this is a way for you to
an argument. So when I destroy all of your points, then you're like, you think so black and white. It's all confirmation bias. You're so feminine. You're not a man. You must be gay. Is this really? Yo, Paul down, bro. Appreciate that, Galaxy. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, Paul. Thank you so much for that, Galaxy. Honestly, all I hear coming out of you, Brayden, is fucking tears because I just tore your entire worldview apart. Now let me get this so abundantly clear to you.
Tears or can you hear crying?
I'm gonna get this so abundantly clear to you, Brayden. Now, it's okay that you're getting emotional because I just showed. Brayden, right? It's okay that you're getting emotional because I just showed your entire worldview on this immorality of being gay to be irrational and unsubstantiated. But you don't have to start attacking notions of my character because of that. Dude, you just have to give me a better argument.
And you're not attacking my character. You're saying that I'm crying, which I'm clearly not crying. I can.
It's not an attack on character. That's an observation of character.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
So give me an argument. Why is being gay wrong?
To feel smart, but you're not. I feel like you're not smart. So
okay, sweet. So again, tell me why. Okay, Brandon.
So you can hear my crying. I can turn my camera on so you can hear my crying. That made
oh, please, total, yeah, turn
that made total sense.
Yeah, turn it on, please.
But what I don't want to, bro, because I feel like I don't need to.
Right. I wouldn't want to either if I was you. So give me an argument. Why is being gay wrong?
Why? I gave you many reasons, bro. It's unnatural, and you can
It's unnatural. Can you define unnatural?
Can you?
Like if it had a mustache?
Can you define unnatural? No, without looking it up. Because I don't have any type of sources near me. Without looking.
Oh yeah, not existing in or caused by nature.
Huh?
Not existing in or caused by nature.
Can you flip your camera so you can see that you're not looking up and looking at it? Good boy. Good boy. Listen to daddy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, yeah, good boy.
Is that really? Is this like okay? Well, that's pretty
Why
funny.
are you
I'll admit.
blushing? Why are you feeling
I'll admit
me, bro?
that's pretty funny. That's
Are you
pretty funny.
feeling me,
So
bro? That's kinda weird.
Brandon. So now listen. We're getting back on track here. I can't. Wow, that's crazy. I just got fucking docked walk chat. Wait. First of all, making like sexual notions of like this attitude of character of like good boy or like listen to daddy. This is gonna be like exerting like homosexual tendencies. So I mean, it's okay, like we accept you, right? But anyways, just kind of like getting back on track here, right? So you said that being gay was unnatural. Brayden, define unnatural.
What you just said.
So not existing in or caused by nature.
Yeah.
Right. So then when we look at
who created nature?
homosexuality,
Hey, who created nature? Can I ask you that?
right? So like
Who
I don't
created
know, I'm agnostic, right? So then when we look at homosexuality,
that
like
there's a
bro,
God?
God, Brayden, stop over talking me, right? Know your place, right? So
Okay.
your claim is that being gay is not existing in or caused by nature. But then when we look at the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and their studies that they did in conjunction with the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, that showed that sexual orientation is dependent upon physicalities of the brain, such as like dendritic density, neural levels of neurohormones, neuronic substructure, density of neurons or volume of like gray mass in the puttaments, with all these traits being developed, as soon as like 8 weeks gestation with the activation or inactivation of the SRY gene. This is quite literally developed in nature. Right? And we could also look at like UCLA and their department of like, neurobiology for further references to like show this to be true. We could also look at like the genome-wide association study of male sexual orientation done by Alan Sanders to show that sexual orientation is based upon physicalities of our anatomy. We could also look at like linkage between sexual orientation and chromosome XQ28 in males by like Sven Blocklin. There's so many studies that we could look at. There's like so many references for it being existing in or caused by nature that would deem it as natural. And like, what's another good reference for what is natural or what is not natural? What we observe in nature, and what we observe in over 3,000 species in nature.
Who created
is
nature?
Homosexuality.
Can you tell me who created nature? Who created?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's quite plausible that nature as we know it was created by the nebular theory.
So the Big Bang? The Big Bang?
Yeah, but I don't know.
So who created the Big Bang? Who created the Big Bang?
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess like a certain like fundamental set of particles that exist like in an infinite
Okay, so who
nature,
created
right?
the particles?
All right, they exist like infinitely, right? I appreciate
But
that.
how? There has to be a creator to it, bro. There can't be.
Yeah, so you understand? So like you're I'm saying that it's like these infinite like particles that like
I would
are
rather
like the
believe that
contingent
there's
factor
an
of all.
infinite God.
Right, Braden. So like I'm gonna explain this. I'm really gonna try to explain this to you. So you just like asked me like who created nature, and like who created the Big Bang. Then like I explain some like some like infinite subset of like fundamental particles to explain like the contingent factor for all contingencies, right? And then like what you're saying is, oh well, yours is a God, right? So you just have like a different base cause for all, but yours is more complicated, therefore less probable. And then even if I do accept your notion of the Christian God to be true, we went through the Christian Bible and detailed how it does not condemn homosexuality. But don't let this detract from the notion. Don't let this detract from the notion that you said being gay was wrong because it's unnatural, and then you define unnatural as not existing in or caused by nature, and then I give you fucking 20 institutions of medicine or science that say it is existing in or caused by nature.
Give me 20 that says that being gay is not a sin. Give me 20 of them. But you can't. So if you can go give me 20, then I'll believe you and I'll leave this live. So give me 20 and 20 scholars that you said, historians that say that being gay is not a sin,
Right.
then I'll believe you.
Right, Brayden, I'm going to give you one last chance here, right? So how do you feel about the fact that you said that being gay is unnatural, and then you defined unnatural, thank you for the hat and mustache, is not existing in or caused by nature, and then I proved that it is existing in or caused by nature? Like, can you just concede on that real quick?
Can you rub your fingers like this? Don't smile. If you smile, you're fruity.
So now when you get called out, you start saying, like, weird dumb shit?
Good boy! Oh, yeah.
Yo!
Don't
What
smile,
the
bro.
fuck?
Don't smile or you...
Brandon, right? So is this like your like defense mechanism? Like when like I like just completely steamroll over and disprove your point? You just like start like talking about like the most random shit ever. Is this how like you engage in intellectual debate? Does he know he's talking to himself right now, chat? By the way, y'all, if y'all are enjoying the live, make sure to hit that follow button. I do lives like this quite literally every day. Also, thank you everyone for the donation. And Ulsa, thank you so much for the Venmo. I really appreciate you. Brandon, you could go ahead and unmute. Pineapple, thank you so much for the crown. You could okay. So now that we've gone over all of your arguments as to why being gay is wrong, and I've shown them to all be like really bad. Give me another one.
But why can't you give me? But I want to debate with you. Why can't you find 20 historians and Bible scholars that say being gay is not a sin? Because you said that. I just want to hear some. I just want to see some.
Yeah. Sure.
I want to see some.
So we could go to like Origen, just look at his writings, or like St. Augustine in the City of God, or look at the Pope of the Catholic Church. Do you want me to like load up a video of the Pope of the Catholic Church saying that being gay is completely like natural and normal?
I don't follow the.
Yeah. So as soon as I give you like the most influential Christian figure.
He's a wolf disguised in sheep's clothing, bro. I don't believe in the Pope. I don't worship the Pope. I just worship the one.
So see, when I give you any of these scholars, you'll just be like, I don't believe it.
I just want to see like an article. I just want to see an article, bro. Just show me.
I just told you, Origen, St. Augustine, his book, The City of God. And,
just like you don't believe
Brandon,
in God,
I'm not going to do your research for you. Dude, I just gave you Origen, who's one of the most,
I can't see the article.
Bro, I just gave you them, right? So Origen, the most like prolific or influential like Christian theologian of all time, St. Augustine, look at his work in the City of God, or just look up like Pope fucking Francis. How he says that being gay is completely okay, not a sin. Or just like fucking learn Greek. When you learn Greek and then you like look at these references in the Bible to like the word arseniokai or other similar ones, like in like 1 Corinthians 6:9-10, which is the one that you were hung up on, you will understand that its most literal translation is not meant to mean like homosexuality, right? And then, like, this in consideration to, like, other references in the Bible of homosexuality as a sin, right? Like in Leviticus, where God, like, states directly in verse 18 that it's, like, wrong for the Israelites because of their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites. Like, dude, like, we could infer a lot, right?
I just want to show it. I want to see an article, bro. That's all.
Right, so go look it up, Brayden. I'm not going to do your research for you.
But when I ask for you to look something up and you ask me to look something up, we won't do it. So I think we're just.
Bro, I quite literally, Brayden, I told you what to look up. Appreciate you for those hand arts. I literally told you what to look up. Now you're just being like willfully obtuse. Brayden, I'm gonna ask you if you have like any other arguments as to why it's gonna be wrong to be gay before I move on to the next guest.
So intellectual.
Do you have any other arguments why it's wrong to be gay? Yes or no?
Dude, I just proved you wrong that it is, bro. I gave you 2 verses. So you said I could give you another book.
So it says.
Yeah, prove to me that the Christian God even exists.
Prove to me that I can't do that because that's a spiritual interaction that I've had to know.
Brandon, well, I appreciate you for coming up here, man. If you can't prove to me that God exists, then I'm not going to take that as I'm not going to presuppose that the Christian God exists so you could like have some arguing point. We're going to move on to the next guest here, y'all. Make sure if we are in the guest request that we do think that being gay is wrong, y'all. We're just looking for some debates. Chat. Let's go ahead and move on to the next guest. I cooked his ass hell fuck on the air, man. We're going to move on to the next guest. If you guys are enjoying those debates, make sure we're tippity-tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 500,000 likes real quick and easy, baby. Thank you so much for that, Hartney. What's going on, Jacob? Do you think it's wrong/immoral to be gay?
Hello?
Hello.
What's going on?
What's going on? Gerald, thank you so much for the galaxy, man. I really appreciate it. Do you think it's wrong to be gay?
So, I'm not going to pull this religious shit on you because it's kind of fake. But
thank you for the hand arts.
Let me ask you this. So do you think that World War III is going to come soon?
I have no clue. Why is it wrong to be gay?
Well, I'm getting my point. So if that shit does happen, right, and let's say 3/4 of the population goes dead, how are we going to reproduce?
Well, the same way that we always have with heterosexual intercourse, of course.
Right, but say if like majority that's men and they're gay.
Oh, well, then we're not going to reproduce.
Just straight up?
Yeah.
Wow. And you're not gay yourself?
No, I'm not. Is this why being gay is wrong? Like, because of this notion of everyone was on the earth was gay, then we wouldn't be able to have kids? Like no more humanity? Is this why it's wrong?
I think it comes down to reproducing, yeah.
All right, so is it, like, immoral to be infertile?
What do you mean immoral to be infertile?
Is it wrong to be infertile? Yes or no?
No, I don't think that's a choice.
Buddy, let's take a look at the graph. So being gay is going to lead to no reproduction in the same sense that infertility is going to lead to no reproduction. If everyone on the earth was gay, everyone would be like, humanity's going to die because we can't have kids. No more humanity. In the same way that if everyone on the earth was infertile, everyone would be like, humanity's going to die because we can't have kids. No more humanity. So when you say that like being gay is going to be wrong because gay people can't reproduce, then you're also going to have to call infertility wrong because infertile people can't reproduce. But the fact that you did not call infertility wrong shows us that this isn't actually why you think it's wrong to be gay, because it's like logically contradictory with like with a logical analogy, right? And I'm like more so going to guess that you think it's wrong to be gay out of like self-ingrained prejudice and homophobia.
No. I don't hate on anything.
So then tell me why it's wrong to be gay, because gay people can't, like, have kids, yet it's not wrong to be infertile, regardless of the fact that if you're infertile, you can't have kids.
Guess you got me there, Dean.
I did. Thank you for the hand arts. Thank you for the lightning. Anything else?
Nope.
Appreciate you, Jacob. I appreciate y'all for all those gifts. Thank you so much. Also, guys, thank you so much for the Venmos. If you want me to see a message, like, I highly recommend hitting that Venmo. That is the easiest way for me to see a message, because it'll just pop up on the top of my screen. We're going to go to move on to the next guest here, chat. We are absolutely just running with him. Oh, this guy looks good. Let's talk to this guy. Let's go on to talk to this guy, y'all. Make sure we're tippity-tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to hit 300,000 likes, y'all. We are so close. The next guest is loading in. I really want him to load in. I really want to talk to this guy. His name is like Train with Zach, and then his profile picture is like a picture of him without a shirt on. Like, oh, I bet he just has really good takes. Man, he's not loading in. Oh, that's so disappointing. That's like so disappointing, y'all. I'm like so disappointed by that. Oh, God, man. Yo, Train with D-Stalker. Re-request. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong / immoral to be gay? Appreciate those reses.
I'm going to say things like 3 things here, and then I'm just going to hop off. So, God said that, well, not God said, but God made man and woman.
I'm just looking for a debate, man. So if you're just going to say 3 things and hop off, I'm not even going to let you say those 3 things. Alrighty, y'all, moving on to the next guest. Let's go to talk to Logan, chat. What's going on, Logan? Oh my God, Slay, thank you so much for the galaxy. Thank you so much. By the way, here in about 30 minutes, we're going to be going into sub-only chat for a little bit. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you subscribe. What's up, Logan? Do you think it's wrong / immoral to be gay?
How old are you? I'm 16.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got to be 18 to be on TikTok Lives, but I appreciate you for coming up, man. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and talk to our next guest, chat. Let's go ahead and talk to Mikey. What's going on, Mikey? Do you think it's wrong / immoral to be gay?
Alex. What's up, Dean? I've been watching your content for a little bit, but yes, I do think it's wrong to be gay.
Okay, why?
So I know you bring a lot of points of it being natural, that we see it in species, but I don't think that it's natural.
Define natural.
So our bodies as male human beings, we're not designed to carry babies, and we're not designed to give birth. So I think one of the most frustrating things for me hearing
thank you for the roses.
Sorry, my thought left me. But one of the things that I think to myself is like, in nature we see homosexual acts.
What's your point here? Why is it wrong to be gay?
It's wrong to be gay because as humans, as male humans, God did not design us like He did with nature. We're completely
right. So you don't think that homosexuality is like wrong in fruit flies?
In fruit flies, that's their design.
Wait, why? Because you said that like humans aren't designed like that because like males are not designed to carry babies. Well, like male fruit flies are also not designed to carry babies.
May I ask you why we're being compared to fruit flies?
Well, I just said that we observe it within nature, and this was like the cherry on top of my metaphorical sundae that I cooked up to show that being gay is completely natural.
If it was natural, then we would be able to give birth.
The definition of natural is, I mean, like, what do you think the definition of natural is? Let's touch on that first.
The definition of natural. Your body going by its design, how it was made.
Right. And like a gay man's body, like his same-sex attraction is going by its design, right? I've already went over this. So many institutions, so many of them. The Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA, and then the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the BPS, the RCP, the CPA, the APS, the ESSM, the AAP, the ACP, the AFP, the ACA, the APHA have like all deemed being gay as natural and being like caused by physicalities that exist within like the human anatomy, right?
So if it is natural, why can't they reproduce like the species that you say are capable of being male?
Do you think that infertility is natural?
No, it's like a disease.
Wait, so infertility is not natural?
Are you claiming that being gay is equivalent to a deathly disease?
No, I'm saying that being gay is equivalent to this other natural occurrence within like our human experiences.
I wouldn't say...
So, wait, you really don't think that infertility is natural? So if people are born infertile and it's not a choice, then how is it not natural?
People are born with all kinds of things, Dean. Cancer.
Well, again, what is your definition of natural? Like, give me a concise definition of natural.
Your body acting according to design.
Right? So when a body was designed to be infertile in the womb, this is going to be natural, right?
Not necessarily. There's things that happen like a woman, let's say a woman's giving birth.
Also, infertility is not a deathly disease.
Well, it can be considered a disease.
Wait, so no, like infertility, so no, the definition of natural is existing in or caused by nature, not made or caused by humankind, right? You can look it up, as defined by Oxford language. Infertility is natural, like being gay is natural. I had a whole debate with someone named King about this the other day. You know, so I'm just going to save you your time. There's not like one piece of literature that classifies infertility as unnatural. So, I embarrassed him because he actually pulled the literature up, and then I was like, tell me where it says it's unnatural, and he couldn't.
Is cancer natural?
Yeah.
So diseases and when we carry those things coming out of the womb, they're all natural.
Yes. Unless they're caused by artificial means.
So I know you don't believe in God, but I believe in God, and I believe that when Adam and Eve bit the apple from the tree of good and evil, sin was brought into the world. And at that point, disease was brought into the world. So,
can you prove that God exists?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
wait, I'm so sorry. Do you think that, like, and then real quick, do you think that disability is like unnatural?
Yeah, I do.
So, like, let's take Alzheimer's, for example, or how about like Parkinson's, or you know what, Down syndrome. So you think that Down syndrome is unnatural?
I do.
Right. So you said that being gay is wrong because it's unnatural, right?
Yes, sir.
So is Down syndrome like immoral or wrong because it's unnatural? According to you?
So sin, anything that is sin.
So is having Down syndrome a sin?
God uses all things that were meant for evil for his
Mikey,
good.
Is Down syndrome a sin?
Down syndrome is not sin. No.
Wait, why? It's unnatural according to you. And you said that being gay is a sin because it's unnatural. So now this is a logical contradiction. So I'm glad that you didn't die on that hill, right? I'm glad that you didn't say that Down syndrome is like immoral or wrong. But by you not dying on that hill, Gerald, appreciate the GGs, you just contradicted your own logic.
Not necessarily. So
yeah, because you classified them both as unnatural, and then you said that being gay is wrong because it's unnatural, but Down syndrome is not wrong regardless of the fact that it's unnatural.
No, I see your point, and I respect it because you got me on a hold here, but
I do.
Yeah, but I still don't think, if I had more time to think about it, with these debates, I'm required to think fast. So, and you already have all these, you debate for a living. Like, you have a whole fan base, you practice this. The people that you add onto these lives, they don't practice debates. They have no idea how to debate. They are just furious with your point.
At least you know it. At least you know you're right. At least you know that. At least you know you don't know how to debate. At least you know you have an unjustified, irrational prejudice against gay people that's somehow like rooted in a God and a logical contradiction at the same time. How about this? Prove to me that God exists.
But if I did go to the extent and level that you go to in terms of learning how to debate,
Mikey, prove to me that God exists.
Story.
Like, all this seems to be contingent upon the existence of God. Prove to me that the Christian God exists.
You are literally proof that there is a God. How?
Yeah, so this is going to be used as justification for the existence of all gods from all religions ever. So this notion of like me existing as proof for a God can also be used by the Islamic religions, like Norse religions, Greek religions, like Mayan religions, Aztec religions, like Hinduism, Buddhism, Shmizianity, all of them, bro. So,
at the end of the day, their beliefs are linked.
Kelso, thank you so much for the galaxy. Thank you so much.
At the end of the day, their beliefs are linked to a creator. That computer in front of you, did that just appear by molecules? Or did somebody have to make it?
Someone had to make it.
Exactly.
Make it. Right?
So
this is called the cosmological argument, and the cosmological argument is actually going to justify a naturalistic worldview more than a theistic one. Just think of like some like simpler explanation for the causes of all causes, like a fundamental set of molecules. I appreciate that subscription. Thank you so much. To explain like all contingencies, right? This is going to be like more simplistic than this like idea of the God that you have that is actually all great, all powerful, and all knowing, right? And then not to mention that the justification which you've set forward would justify all gods, even gods that don't think it's wrong to be gay, such as Shmizas.
So can you say that again just a little slower? You were breaking up a little bit.
The only justification you have for your God is the cosmological like argument, right? And I could use that same argument to justify the existence of Shmizas, and Shmizas says in Shmizalations 6:9-10 that it's not wrong to be gay. So we have like we both have the same amount of justification for our claim. So I just put you in a chokehold on the point of religion. So it seems like we've kind of gone all over the place.
Why do you boast?
I've defeated your position from a secular point of view, and now I've got you in a logical chokehold with this metaphorical God.
Why do you take pride in this? Why do you boast in this? You do this for a living. This is equivalent to...
Wait, why do I take pride in this? Oh, I take a lot of pride in this. Why? Because I effectively... I destroy rhetoric that is very harmful towards the intellectual cessation of society, right? We need to stop these unjust prejudice against different groups of people for absolutely no fucking reason, right? But Mikey, look, I appreciate you for coming up here. At this point, I don't think you have much more to offer to the debate, unless you do. Do you have anything else to say?
I do feel like I have more to offer to the debate. So where do you feel that you cornered me?
Well, you admitted that I cornered you.
I admitted earlier, but let's go back to that point. What exactly was the point that you cornered me? Because I forgot.
Yeah, you said that being gay is wrong because it's unnatural, yet Down syndrome is not wrong, regardless of the fact that it's unnatural. And then you're also using an incorrect notion of naturality.
You understand that it's not necessarily... So being gay is unnatural because it is a literal thought process and a choice.
You think that being gay is a choice?
Absolutely.
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me, or in other words, get it up now?
Yes, I can choose. Yes, I can.
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by a chicken?
Yep.
How about your mom?
Yep.
How about a 3-year-old toddler?
I can make any kind... See, you practice this.
Right? So, no, so the thing is, Mikey, now listen to what you just said. No, Mikey, listen to what you just said. You just said you could choose to be attracted to a 3-year-old toddler. So, bro, just step back and listen. Right? No, I need you to step back and listen. So what I'm telling you is that, bro, step back and listen. Step back and listen. Step back and listen, Mikey. Step back and listen. Right?
So you get to talk
over me. So, no, step back and listen. No, I'm going to make a point and then you can talk. We just can't talk at the same time, right? So you just said, we can't talk at the same time. So stop talking, and then you can continue to talk once I'm done talking, right?
So why is that...
Bro, oh my God!
Stop,
Mikey. Stop talking until I'm done, and then keep talking. So you just said you could choose to, be aroused. You could choose to fucking get a boner to a chicken, to your mom, to a toddler, to another man. No, these aren't choices that anyone can make, and if you can, you are sadly quite sadistic to a certain degree. But why do I say this? So many institutions, the Netherlands Institute of Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA, the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the RCP, the CPA, the APS, the ESSM, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the ACP, the AFP, the ACA, and the APHA, like an insane abundance of institutions of medicine, science, psychology, sociology, and otherwise have shown that it's not a choice to be gay.
So pedos, pedos don't have a choice.
I mean, look, I'm not making any claim about P3diophilia, right? But regardless of if it is or isn't a choice, it's still going to be wrong. It's still going to be wrong.
Do they have a choice?
Well, listen, Mikey, listen. All the research that I've done is on sexual orientations to do with an attraction to the same sex or the opposite, right? But now, listen to my words very clearly, right? So P3diophilia is always going to be wrong. If it is or isn't a choice, because what makes it wrong isn't the fact that it's a choice, but it's what it results in, like trauma, rights violation, rape, assault, harm, suffering, etc.
You're implying that it's a choice.
No, I'm not making any claims.
Oh, so you don't want to touch up on that because you know you get in trouble.
No, because I haven't done research on it. See, that's the difference between you and me. I only make claims on what I have justification and what to believe in. Look,
it sucks.
I don't make irrational claims about anything unless I have like research to like support that claim, right, Mikey? But now, anyways,
corner. Look at you.
What corner am I in?
You won't touch. You won't say anything on it. I'm asking you: is being a pedo a choice?
Well, I haven't done the research, right? So like minor attraction. But it doesn't matter. It's still wrong.
Really? So it's wrong, but is it a choice?
Like I said, haven't done research. Why'd I make a claim if I haven't done any research? Are you kidding me? Now, Mikey, this is like drawing away from the point. So instead of engaging with a single fucking Mikey, instead of engaging with a single thing I said, you just get real emotional, pivot, and change the entire topic of conversation. So now engage with the fact that you said that being gay is a choice, but then the Netherlands Institute of Brain Research used EEGs, MRIs, fMRIs, and postmortem brain slices to conclude that sexual orientation is dependent upon physicalities of the AI-NAH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, such as dendritic density, neurohormones, neuronic substructure, the amount of neurons, the volume of gray mass. Then I also want you to explain to me, like, how the fuck, under this worldview that it is a choice, that when we look at, studies such as genome-wide association study of male sexual orientation, we see that there is, like, certain, like, analyzations of DNA that exist only within gay men compared to non-gay men. Or bro, fucking hell, explain to me how, like, Sven Blocklin, in the study posted in Nature Genetics in 2006 called Linkage Between Sexual Orientation and Chromosome XQ28 in Males, shows that gay men have this extra, like, chromosome, or this linkage through XQ28, that, like, straight men don't. Like, bro, engage with any of the science that disputes or disproves your claim.
Thanks for finally shutting off my microphone. Or turning on my microphone. Dean, I don't think you should have this platform, but you don't understand what it's like to...
Keep crying, Mikey. I'm going to mute you again. You have to answer the question, but I'm not going to let you talk if you're just crying. Are you kidding me? Right? So this is you engaging with the science. Now stop and answer the question. Engage with the science that says that being gay isn't a choice. Unmute, please. Please, unmute, Mikey. Engage with the science. Oh, he just left. He just left, chat. He just left. Well, thanks for coming up, Mikey. So, see, this is what happens when, when people hold irrational beliefs and they get shown to be irrational, they just cry and run. Because humans don't like to be irrational. They don't like to succumb to the fact that their beliefs are wrong. Humans hate it. But we're going to go to move on to the next guest. I appreciate y'all for the gifts. Make sure we're tippity-tapping away in that phone screen. Let's try to hit 400,000 likes, y'all. Also, if you're enjoying the debates, make sure to hit that follow button. I do them quite literally every single day. Literal cognitive dissonance. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest, chat. If you do think that it is wrong to be gay, go ahead and hop in those guest requests and shit. Let's talk about it, right? So, who's next? Oh, actually, Mikey's back in the guest requests. He left, and now he's back in the guest request. Hello, Mikey.
I tried to turn on my mic and I ended up leaving.
So engage with the science.
I'm sorry, say that you spoke really fast. What did you say?
Engage with the science that I told you.
So why can't we stay on the... So earlier you said that I keep changing the topic, but you changed the topic to prove your point, number one. Number two, I wanted to
What
finish...
did I change the topic to?
I wanted to finish so we go, how do we go from why is being gay immoral to can I get sexually aroused by a chicken? You always change the topic to prove your point.
Yeah,
Now,
the Socratic method, basically, like I'll explain it
listen,
to you.
bud.
The Socratic method. No, you asked me a question. Like, why did I change the topic?
Go ahead.
You asked me a question. It's called the Socratic method. So it's where we draw like logical analogies to a claim made to show the absurdity within them. Right? You said that being gay is a choice. And I first asked you if you could choose to be attracted to chickens, your mom, or children, and you died on the hill. You said yes. So then that's when I threw the science at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
The science that says it's not a choice because it's based upon our biology. So before we continue, Mikey, stop running. I got you in a corner. Engage with the science.
I got you in a corner, Dean. The whole chat.
Wait, Mikey, how do you have me in a corner if I keep continuing to ask you this question? Or like I'm telling you to engage with the science, yet you will not engage with the science. What corner do you have me in if you will not engage with the science?
I was asking you, do you believe that being
Bro, Mikey, look, listen. This is why I kept muting you, because you literally will not engage with the science. Listen, I gave you an abundancy of institutions, names of peer-reviewed publications, right? Actual physicalities in which sexual orientation is determined upon, and you won't engage with any of it. So now, Mikey, I'm going to unmute you. Thank you for the roses. I'm going to unmute you, but what I need you to do is engage with the science. Tell me how being gay is a choice, yet science has proved that it isn't. Why do you disagree with all these institutions? Why do you disagree with years of unbiased, objective means of scientific observation and experimentation on this?
Okay. I will get you out of your corner and I will meet you where you're at. So being gay is a choice because it is a choice. Like you can say yes or no to being a pedo, right? You can say yes or no to
Appreciate you for that little comment.
To being a murderer. All these people experience.
So now you're equating attraction to physical actions.
Can I finish my thought? So you're gonna tell me,
bro, because you're saying that like being gay is a choice in the same sense that walking up to. Bro, Mikey, like this is why I'm interrupting you though, because you just made a false equivocation and that has to be touched on. I appreciate that. How to mustache, right? You can't just like make a false equivocation and then expect me to not pipe up, right? So you said being gay is a choice, just like murder is a choice. So murder is when you walk up to someone and you stab them with a knife.
Yep.
Everyone has control of their physical actions.
But a lot of the time,
but being gay,
murderers feel like they have no choice.
But being gay, right? But being gay isn't a physical action. Being gay is not a physical action. See, this is why it's not analogous, because being gay isn't a physical action. Attraction is not a physical action.
Being gay is a physical action. Putting your penis inside of a butthole is a physical action.
So you're define gay?
Being gay is having the attraction to the same sex. But you said that there's no. You said that there's.
You just defined being gay as like homosexual intercourse. Homosexual intercourse is are you saying that in order to have attraction to the same sex, you must engage in like intercourse with the same sex?
No, bud. You said
so. Then your point is just like fell apart.
No, you said that being gay, there's nothing physically, like you're not doing anything physically to be gay.
Correct.
There's physical action in being gay, and one of them being sticking your penis inside of a bottle.
So, in order to be gay, you have to stick your male member inside of a male posterior? That's like a necessary prerequisite to be gay?
Those are one of the many things, yes.
Okay, so if I'm a man that exhibits no attraction towards women, and every time I see a man, I just get so sexually aroused, like my male member just, goes up, and I'm just so aroused and I want to sleep with him so bad, but I don't? Am
Buddy,
I
what
gay?
about what about
No, answer my question. Am I gay?
what about the weird men?
Bro,
that-
Mikey,
what
you're not
about-
answering my question.
No,
Mikey,
no,
this
no,
is
no.
a non-answer. This is what happens. I just answer you a question, and then you're like, oh, what about
Let me
this?
finish my thought. Dean, let me
No, you can't just like finish it. You can't like start an
my thought.
off-topic thought.
You keep
No,
interrupting me.
no, you got to answer the question, right? So you said that the
my thought,
necessary
Dean.
prerequisite, bro.
You're gonna let
Mikey,
me
you
finish.
can't start a thought that is not on topic,
You trapped.
right?
You know I
Bro,
have.
Mikey, bro, what are you talking about, homie? Right. So you said that to be gay, it is necessary that you engage in homosexual
man
intercourse.
looks at
So
a
the question
video-
that I'm asking you, right? So the question that I'm asking you, Mikey, right, is if I am a man that has never engaged in homosexual intercourse, but every time I look at a man, I get aroused and turned on, right? Am I gay? Yes or no?
If a man looks at a 3-year-old girl and finds her attractive, is that justifiable because he can't control his sexual arousal towards a 3-year-old girl?
Oh, no, that's not justifiable at all. Because
So
that's
then
bad,
why-
right? Because, like, what is preluded from that attraction? Rape, assault, rights violation, trauma, etc.
But they
So
feel
that
they
was a weird non-answer. So now let's get back on topic, right? So now actually engage with my question, right? Right? So answer the question. You said it's a necessary prerequisite to be gay is engaging in same-sex intercourse. So if I'm a man that exhibits no attraction towards females and so much attraction towards other males, every time I see him, I get hard. Am I gay? Yes or no?
So when you look at a man and you feel sexually aroused, does that make that person gay? That's what you're asking me.
Yeah, so listen clearly. In this hypothetical world, I have never looked at a female and been sexually aroused at all. Never been attracted by a female. Every time I've looked at a man, I've just got so sexually aroused. Could barely keep it in the pants. Am I gay?
Yeah.
Why? You said a necessary prerequisite to being gay was homosexual intercourse. Dave, I appreciate that glowing jellyfish. And that attraction is not homosexual intercourse. Thank you so much for that glowing jellyfish.
I said that they were one of the many actions that are taken by that makes a person gay. I said one of the many.
But what is the essential? What is the essential prerequisite that must be met for being gay?
I didn't
Also,
say.
thank you so much for that glowing jellyfish. We're gonna be going on sub-only chat for a little bit here, y'all. We try to do this every single night, so we're gonna be going on sub-only chat. If you do want to be included in sub-only chat, make sure you drop a subscription. It's quite literally the best way to support me. So we're on sub-only chat for a bit. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. I really appreciate you. So, anyways, what is like necessary to be gay, Mikey?
Being gay is
Of course, Annie.
is being attracted to the same sex.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And can you choose to be attracted to the same sex, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Jeannie, thank you so much for that subscription. I really appreciate you. Welcome to the sub-only chat. So then explain to me why the Netherlands, why all these institutions disagree with you.
I don't. Do you know how many other people in this world don't agree with the institutions? Just because they're institutions.
So here, I have an idea, Mikey. I have an idea. So we both have these beliefs. Mine is that being gay is not a choice. Yours is that being gay is a choice, right? Mandy, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat. Thank you so much. So then my claim is backed by over 20 institutions, over like California, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat. And like over like a collective of 100 years of unbiased scientific observation and academic research done on sexual orientation and linkage to that in our anatomy, right? By professionals in their respective fields with like anywhere between 12 and 20 years in school. And then here's your claim, being gay is a choice. And yours is, well, you don't really have any substantiation. Give me one academic study that says being gay is a choice. Jaylee, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat. Dave, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat.
So repeat the question. I got lost when you were talking.
Yeah, give me one academic study that says sexual orientation is a choice.
Dean, I don't study like you, but I don't need an academic study to know that it is a choice. It's simple. You guys.
So how do you know it's a choice? Elena, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat. Thank you so much.
Why are we looping, Dean? I already explained this to you.
Aaron, I appreciate you for the hand arts. Because, look, you're disagreeing with the science. You're disagreeing with the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research. You're disagreeing with the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts. You're disagreeing with the Center for, Neurochronology at the UCLA. You're disagreeing with the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the BPS, the RCP, the CPA, the APS, the ESSN, the AAP, the ACP, the AFP, the AC, and the APHA. But you don't have any reason to disagree with them. In fact, you haven't even read them. You're just being incredibly dogmatic and persistent in your rational beliefs to hold this consistent worldview that being gay is a choice, and it's embarrassing. Jeeves, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat. Thank you so much. Sammy, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat.
It's not embarrassing, Ding. What was embarrassing is the fact that you couldn't answer the question about pedophilia and if a man has a choice to feel the way that he feels or not. That was embarrassing.
Right. So yeah, the science as we understand it says sexual orientations as far as to opposite or same sex are not a choice. Right? Look, if what I mean by this is the science that exists. There is no science that has concluded that minor attraction is not a choice.
Well, you wouldn't know because you say you didn't do the research.
Well, dude, I have done the research, haven't found anything to back the idea that minor attraction is not a choice.
So
Scott, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate it.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts outside of your research? What do you think? Do you think that being
it's probably some sadistic self-servience to some domination to some sadistic desires. That's just a sadistic desire that really fucked up people hold. But now you're just pivoting and running away.
Not necessarily.
Absolutely you are.
How so?
Because you're disagreeing. Bro, tell me why you disagree with the science.
I disagree with the science because the science doesn't apply to the word of God that I believe in. It is not equal. The word of God says...
Where in the Bible does it say it's a choice to be gay?
In Leviticus.
Yeah, and what in Leviticus says it's a choice to be gay exactly?
So, it doesn't say specifically gay, but it does say that we have the choices between good and making the decision of good and evil. And in Leviticus,
so it doesn't say in the Bible that it's a choice to be gay?
No, but it does.
So then where in the Bible does it say it's a choice to be gay?
It doesn't say gay specifically, but it says that we.
So then it doesn't say in the Bible that it's a choice to be gay.
No, but in Leviticus it says it's detestable. So what does that say, Dean?
Oh yeah, well that says if you read verse 18 in Leviticus, God directly lays out that the rules in Leviticus were directed at the Israelites and their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites.
Really?
Because the Egyptians and the Canaanites would do these homosexual orgies to pray to their false gods. And God says this right in Leviticus. You're a fake Christian if you didn't read your book. Appreciate you for the hat and mustache. Bro, open up your Bible and read verse 18, unironically.
I did. I read the whole Bible.
No, Mikey, unironically. No. God says this in the Bible. God directly states this in the Bible, unironically. Read the book.
Is Leviticus Old Testament or New Testament?
Old. Come on, bro. Who do you think I am? So,
all right,
the application of the Old Testament into your current day preachings as a Christian are very fake because it says in Mark that we don't observe the Old Testament, and this is also a very common understanding. Do you see your Christian pastors wearing blue tassels at all four corners of their garments?
Buddy, listen to me.
No, you don't. Yet it says in Leviticus, if you do not do that, you're acting upon some you're doing something that's immoral, right? And now, Mikey, what I'm telling you is that God directly states in Leviticus that the laws that were laid out in Leviticus were specifically for the Israelites and their differences from the Egyptians and the Canaanites. Verse 18, Leviticus. Thank you. Sorry, Alyssa. Thank you so much for that subscription. I really appreciate you.
Quote verse 18 for me. Without
bro, Mikey, literally open your fucking Bible.
You do it yourself.
Read Leviticus, bro. Already have, bro. I'm telling you, read Leviticus.
I already did, Dean, and you're incorrect.
No, I'm not incorrect.
Listen,
it says it in the Bible, bro. It quite literally says it in the Bible.
Can I talk, Dean? Dang, bro.
Bro, you could just choose to not actually read it, but you're just being a fake Christian. Then not to mention, how can you even prove that God exists? Let me get this straight. I'm just as likely to take the words of the Christian Bible than I'm just as likely. I'm going to make a strong point here. I'm going to make a strong point.
Please let me talk.
I'm going to make a very strong point here.
Please let me talk.
The words of I'm just as likely to take the words of the Bible, bro, Mikey. Yeah, I'm going to make a strong point, and then you can. I'm just as likely to take, bro, Mikey.
I have the
go
same
for it. I'm going to make this statement, right? I'm just as likely to make are just
Dean,
as likely.
I have the
Meaning,
same right
Casey, thank you so much
have.
for that subscription. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So now, Mikey, I
For
need
me
you to stop
prove
being
the
so
point,
emotional.
you can be
I need you to calm
No,
down,
I
Mikey.
need
I need you
you
to calm
to
down.
be
Mikey, I'm going to let you talk. I just need you to calm down. I
I'm
just
gonna
need you
let
to calm
you
down.
talk.
Mikey, right? So I'm just as likely
With my thought.
I'm just as likely to believe that the
Let
words in
me
the
finish
Bible,
my
bro.
thought. Let me
Mikey,
finish my
dude,
thought.
you could finish. You can make whatever thoughts you want after I
Let me
make a
finish
statement,
my
right?
thought, then you can't finish
Mikey,
your thought.
holy shit, one at a time, Mikey. Stop being so emotional. Wasn't me.
Stop that,
Appreciate you for
one
that,
at a
Corgi.
time.
Thank you so much,
Let me
Mikey. Bro, chill, right?
You
Chill,
chill.
Mike. Bro, Mikey.
Interrupting
Mikey,
me.
look, I am just as likely to believe or to take the words of the Bible as objective direction of what is morally right and wrong as I am likely to take the words of Dr. Seuss in his book Green Eggs and Ham, Brogan, I appreciate the subscription, as objective right and wrong. Now, what do I mean by this? When I read Dr. Seuss's, Helene, thank you for that subscription. When I read Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham, and he says in there that eating green eggs and ham is wrong, I'm just as likely to think that that is actually wrong as I am to when I read the Bible and it says that homosexuality is wrong. Why? Because both are books written by men. And for you to assert that the Bible wasn't written by men, Persephone, thank you so much for that galaxy, you're going to have to prove the necessary presupposition that the Bible was inspired by the divine command of God by proving that God even exists. So, Mikey, please prove to all 3,000 of us that the Christian God even exists.
So first, I wanted to be able to address my point before you rudely interrupted me. Listen, I want to address your point, but it's hard for me to debate you when you keep talking over me or moving on to another question or another point that you had. I can't finish off what I was saying, and it has me flabbergasted in the brain. I can't collect my thoughts together because you're continuously interrupting me and you're continuously coming up with a brand new point, and you're insulting me at the same time, saying that I'm crying, that I need to stop, that all these other things that I can't sit here and have a civil debate and conversation with you because of how you're handling this. You have to allow me to let me put my thoughts together. Let me finish the original point that I was trying to make before making a brand new one. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure, Mikey. Prove to me that the Christian God exists.
Okay. The Christian God exists simply by you being here. Simply by the 3,000 people that are in this live stream. That is proof that there is a God. There has to be a creator for something to be there. Something cannot just appear out of nowhere. Go ahead, Dean.
This is also justification for the Islamic gods, the Norse gods, the Greek gods, the Aztec gods, the Mayan gods, the Hindu gods, the Buddhist gods, Shmezianity, quite literally any god that has ever existed.
What is
even gods that would even gods that would deem being gay is not immoral. So I have this statement, right? I have this belief that any justification that can be presented for a god is going to be one of three things. Is going to justify all other possible gods from any other religion, isn't actually justification, or is misinformation. So now mind my words very carefully. Give me symmetrically breaking justification that will justify the existence of the Christian God and the Christian God only.
So these religions that have been formed, they all are linked to the belief that there is a creator. And I can respect
But not that this creator says it's wrong to be gay. So because look, I ultimately what I'm trying to get you to justify is that it's wrong to be gay. But the way in which you're doing this is you're saying it's wrong to be gay because of the Christian God says so.
Yes.
Now justify that the Christian God exists. Not any God, not any creator, but the Christian one.
If the Christian God didn't, if the Christian God did think that it was okay to be gay, then why didn't he make Adam and Steve?
Well, actually, he didn't make Adam and Steve, nor did he make Adam and Eve, because that's a fictitious parable, and this is outlined to be the case by the most prolific Christian theologians of all time. But you're not getting the question, Mikey. Prove that the Christian God even fucking exists. Prove that the Christian God exists. You presented the cosmological argument, and this can be used as justification for Any God. Literally any God. Even gods that don't think it's wrong to be gay. So prove that only the Christian God exists.
The Christian God healed my friend from cancer. The Christian God healed my family member of blindness. Do you want to speak with them? Do you have to speak with them to believe it?
No, I need to see justification, right? I need justification to believe anything. So give justification that the Christian God healed cancer and blindness.
Dean, you realize all the things that you're telling me, you're just telling me to believe because of some scientific institute, but I'm telling you
to believe because of rational justification. Raleigh, appreciate that subscription. Thank you so much. Also, Katie, thank you for the Venmo. I'm so happy that you love my debates. Now, Mikey, I'm telling you to like formulate beliefs off of like actual justification, not fucking make-believe fairy tales that you have no reason in believing. So I'm gonna give you one last chance before I move on to the next guest, Mikey.
So my friend,
can you offer any substantiation for the existence of the Christian God?
Dean, what is your problem? I am. Are you deaf, bro?
Are you crying? Are you crying, Mikey? Aw.
Oh, really? So your butt hurts, so you want to try and attack me?
No, nothing about that statement was butt hurt at all.
That's your go-to.
Michelle, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat. Welcome in.
That's your go-to, by the way, and I think it's
Mikey, I'm going to give you one last chance here. Give me symmetrically breaking justification that will only prove the existence of the Christian God. I'm gonna give you one last chance, Mikey.
I'm gonna give you one last chance. And by the way, you lost your first debate tonight. I just want you to know that. You weren't able to answer a few questions. I had you in a corner. You were unable to state the fact that
Mikey, so just like upholding this like ignorant perception of self that you won doesn't actually mean that you won. Like, Mikey, I'm gonna make this so clear.
Over me and interrupting.
So this like ignorant self-perception that like you win a debate doesn't actually mean that you win. But, like, it's fine that you're doing this. I get it. So typically, when like people lose debates or they get shown to be wrong, what they do is they get really emotional and dogmatic in their beliefs because how could I be wrong? How could you be wrong? How could anyone see themselves as being incorrect, right? But like what I'm asking you to do is to calm down, realize that it's possible that you're not right because you've presented no justification for anything, and answer my last question. Prove to me that the Christian God exists using justification that is A, cannot be used to justify any other God.
Okay.
B, is actually justification. And C, isn't like misinformation.
Buddy, please let me finish my thought before you go into this thing where I'm going to give you one last chance, Mikey. Let me...
This is your last chance to prove to me that the Christian God exists. It is.
After every single chance that you have given me, I have given you the evidence that I have that the Christian God exists.
So, your friend being apparently healed from blindness or cancer is going to prove that the Christian God exists?
You have the audacity to say apparently.
Right. So, like, we can observe... So there's going to be like naturalistic explanations for like why an individual can like beat cancer or like have their blindness cured, such as like cataracts or chemotherapy or just like natural perception of chance. But even if we do like accept the notion that this was to do to some like higher deity, this again would violate the fucking first rule that I gave you. This wouldn't necessitate the Christian God. It would be like some weird level of unjustified like plausibility to any fucking God.
So you're saying it's just by chance that a friend of mine walks into a church, gets healed of a tumor, and the next day goes to the doctor, and the tumor is completely gone. By the way, he's never...
So yes, this is going to be confirmation bias until you can give me any justification that it isn't.
So it's because I don't have...
Or that it even happened in the first place. You could totally just be lying right now.
And so I have to have a whole site to pull up for...
No, you just have to have any form of justification. So imagine this, Mikey,
and what is your
if I said...
justification? What is your form of justification?
The WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the WPF, the BPS, the RCP, the CPA, the ASBS. No. The justification isn't the website. It is like the actual unbiased, like scientific observations and studies done. Frodo, I really appreciate that choral. So like, let me get this straight, right? So do you think that the world is round?
You know, science proves God's existence. You know, science proves the things in the Bible that has happened. You know, Jesus is real. Did you know that Jesus is real, Dean?
Oh yeah, Jesus was a real man. Now give me archaeological evidence to support that he rose from the dead, and then show me how science proves God's existence.
What whatever the hell you said, evidence do you need?
Any. One piece.
You want me to pull up a website? Is that going to change your belief system?
Give me one piece of archaeological evidence to support the notion that Jesus rose from the dead. Do it.
The web.
Then do it, Mikey. Then do it.
I don't have 3 computers in front of me like you do.
So you can't. You say you can't do it.
No, because I don't have 3 computers in front of me. I just have a phone.
So you just said you could pull it up, but then you can't pull it up, bro. Mikey, give me one piece of archaeological evidence that supports this idea that Jesus rose from the dead.
The Word of God that came before any of your little websites popped up.
So is the Word of God archaeological evidence?
Yes.
No, the Word of God is not archaeological evidence.
Who are you to say? Who are you to say that it's not?
By the definition of what is and isn't archaeological evidence.
And where did you get that from?
Yeah, so is archaeological evidence like tangible physical things, or like passed down like tradition or the word of one?
There's
archaeological evidence is going to be like tangible physical like items, right?
We have found Noah's Ark. We have found Noah's Ark.
Yeah, where?
We have Noah's Ark. Search it up. Go ahead. I don't have a computer. You do.
Right, and how does this support the notion that Jesus rose from the dead?
Because you said that. What did you say? What did you say prior? Let me ask you. I answer these questions based on the things that you have said. So I need you to backtrack on what you just said and ask yourself.
Oh, yeah, it looks like so what I'm seeing here is that there's about like 20 different groups of people that claim to have found Noah's Ark. 20 different arks, 20 different places, but
what website did you pull up? Did you pull it up from that one?
Oh, no. I mean, I just looked it up, right? So we're looking at like Israel Hanam, National Geographic, Ark Encounter, Answers in Genesis, Jerusalem Post, NBC, IFL. Like, there's like hella like claims that people found Noah's Ark. And it's like all in different places by different people at different times. So apparently there's like 100 Noah's Arks. Also, Lisa, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to Sub Only Chat. By the way, if you're watching the stream right now and you want to hop in the Sub Only's chat, I'm reading all the messages right now, right? Please consider subscribing. That is quite literally the best way to support me. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed. Welcome to Sub Only's chat, but just keep that in mind. It's $6, and that $6 greatly supports me. But anyways, continue, Mikey.
Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Remind me what the question was.
Provide to me one piece of archaeological evidence to support that Jesus Christ rose from the dead.
So, Jesus Christ.
Thank you for the high bear.
So, thousands and thousands of years ago.
Thank you, Jacob.
The same standard that you hold to the Word of God, you must apply to the rest of history, right?
Right.
So, what about Abraham Lincoln? Where's the proof that Abraham Lincoln exists and that he's real?
Archaeological evidence.
And there's archaeological. I don't know how you say the word that you just said, but there is evidence of.
Thank you for the cat bus.
There is evidence of biblical events in the biblical events.
Yeah, such as
Noah's Ark.
Yeah, so again, there is apparently like 20, 30, 40 different archaeological evidences of... Oh my god! Yo, thank you so much for the Mocha the Monkey. Thank you so much. But anyways, yeah, there's like 20 to 30 different arks found. So this seems to just be like boats that were found and then claimed to be Noah's Ark.
No, that's not...
Like, I'm just going to run over like the archaeological evidence for you because you don't seem to understand. So one of them is going to be like Ron Wyatt and this like the blood of Jesus that supposedly only had like 23 chromosomes from the woman, the mom, but then one from the dad, which would have been God. And this is like a miracle, and this is like supposed to be archaeological evidence to support the idea of Jesus. And then I'm just going to argue with myself now. So this isn't actually archaeological evidence, and we have no justification to believe that it is, because he actually never like showed the blood or showed the tests or had anyone else confirm this independently. He just kind of said that this existed.
Mm-hmm. So there's also the tomb of Jesus.
Right, so this isn't archaeological evidence to support the notion that Jesus rose from the dead. And we also haven't been able to like nail down a tomb. There's a lot of specific locations that are presumed to be it through like Christian tradition. Physical, sure. I appreciate you so much for that subscription.
I'm sure, Dean, if I took
Thank you so much, Physical.
If I took the same amount of time that you took to do the research that you do, I'm sure that I can find as many things as
So then go do the research, right? But this isn't how we should formulate beliefs, Mikey. We shouldn't start with a belief and then work backwards for the research, right? You know what I mean? Chat, should we move on to the next guest? M, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to Sub Only, chat. I really appreciate you being here. Good to see him. Ask him if Noah's took 2 lions on the ark. I think we might just move on to the next guest. Yes, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on. Mike, I appreciate you for coming up. We're going to move on to the next guest. Let's go and talk to the next individual. Make sure, guys, we're only requesting if we do think that being gay is going to be wrong. We're just looking for some debates, y'all. We're going to go to move on to the next guest, chat. Let's go ahead and get Noah Hoffman up here. I appreciate those roses, Dami. Noah did not load in. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest up here. Appreciate you for that rose, no name. I appreciate y'all for the gifts tonight. You guys have been going crazy. Also, make sure we're tippity-tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get to 600,000 likes. Also, if you're enjoying the debates, make sure to hit that follow button. Let's try to hit 76,000 followers tonight. Big Mouth Head, thank you so much for the doc. I really appreciate you. What's going on, man? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
I feel like it's only wrong to be gay is if you push it on somebody else. Like, if it affects somebody else's life, it's wrong to be gay. The only thing I really wanted to
Cheryl,
debate
I really
is
appreciate you
when
for the dinosaur. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, today we're not necessarily talking about like gender or sexual politics. We're just talking about the morality of being gay, and that same thing could be said about being straight. Therefore, it's not like symmetrical to same-sex attraction. Oh, then Shirley, thank you so much for that dinosaur. I really appreciate it. All right, moving on to the next guest here, chat. I'm wrong for asking for money? Well, first of all, why did you give me your money? You don't have to give me your money. That's just funny because it's in sub only chat. And then second of all, I guess like I don't need money. I'm just, this is my job. You know what I mean? So when you guys do donate, you guys are supporting me buying food shit. So just know I appreciate it. Anyways, what's going on? That girl Persephone, thank you so much for the galaxy. No, just thank you so much for that. What's going on, Gav? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
No, I actually don't think it's wrong to be gay. I have a lot of gay mates. I have gay family, to be honest.
Unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I appreciate you for coming up here. Money hungry? Well, not like necessarily. This is just like how I get any income right now. This is how like put gas in my car. See, I'm not like necessarily money hungry. You know what I mean? It's just like, if an individual chooses to support a creator. QB, thank you so much for that subscription. It's appreciated. What's up, Coop? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, why?
All right. Well, can I start off with asking you a question then, real quick?
I'd prefer to know like, why you think it's wrong to be gay.
I'll answer your question with a question. What do you think the whole purpose of your life is?
Yeah, I define that purpose. Yeah, I define that purpose. I don't know. Right now, like, I don't know, like personal fulfillment, eudaimonia, who knows? So now why is it wrong to be gay?
Yeah, it's wrong to be gay because your whole entire purpose in life as a human is to reproduce. And unfortunately, being specifically gay, like man to man, is that you cannot reproduce.
Sweet. So do you think that infertility is immoral?
Is immoral?
Is that wrong? And is infertility wrong?
If you can't control it, if you can't control your infertility.
Sophia, thank you so much for the Venmo. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Continue.
If you can't control your infertility, it's not your fault. It can't be wrong. So
this is the thing. You just said the whole purpose of life was to reproduce, and gay people cannot reproduce. TJ, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to Sub Only Chat. In the same way that if you have infertility, you can't reproduce. And then you also said that, you can't control being infertile, so I'm guessing that you're implying that you can control being gay. So do you think that being gay is a choice?
Is being gay a choice? I would say being gay is a choice.
Sweet. Are you straight?
Yeah.
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Can you metaphorically get it up?
Hell no.
So here's a catch-22. Koopa, you're saying that being gay is a choice, that you can't choose to be gay. And Cher, thank you so much for that epic GG. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
What's it called? But I'm not saying. No,
so being gay is going to be like same-sex attraction, and then you just said you couldn't like choose same-sex attraction.
Hear me out. I know I sound silly. Hold on, hear me out.
I'll hear you out.
All right, so like I'm straight, right? And like what you just said, but if you're gay, I think that you need to take the time to change your ways for the better of the earth. And I know I sound silly, and that's just the way I think.
All right. So, but what you just asserted is that you cannot choose your sexual orientation, just as a gay man cannot choose his sexual orientation.
I mean, you don't
right?
know.
So,
You
like,
could
no, no.
change
So
your ways.
here's like the thing. So, like, do you think that like an infertile person can change their ways? No. Why? Because infertility is uncontrollable, and we could use the same logic to justify that. Can you choose to be gay? No. Why? Because being gay is uncontrollable. And like, this is just further shown to be the case because I asked you if you could choose to be attracted to me, and you said hell no, right? So this shows that it's not a choice to be gay because you can't choose to be gay. Are you kidding me?
I would never be gay.
Right. So then, right. So you're saying that other people can choose to be gay? So if you can't choose to be gay, what makes you think that other people could?
Other people could choose to be gay.
Yeah, so it's misinformation. The Netherlands Institute for Brain Research in conjunction, listen, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research in conjunction with the Center for Neurodoctor Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts use EEGs, MRIs, fMRIs, and postmortem brain slices to conclude that sexual orientation is based upon physicalities of the brain. You can't change physicalities of the brain, therefore you can't change being gay because being gay is based upon them, right? So it's uncontrollable. It's uncontrollable.
The whole question is, why is being gay wrong?
Right. And right now what?
It's wrong because you are infertile. Like, you can't have sex. That's why I'm saying that. That's
Wait,
why
first of all, gay people aren't infertile, but then you said that infertility wasn't wrong. Bro, you said that infertility wasn't wrong. So now if you're saying that it's wrong to be gay because you're infertile, now this is...
No, I said if it's not wrong if you, if you can't control it.
Right, and you can't control being gay.
I mean, can you?
No, and the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association, the Center for Neurodoctor Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and UCLA all say that is an uncontrollable condition of the human experience.
Talking about the brain, it's your brain. I mean, like, you grow up and you're taught certain things.
Bro, appreciate you coming up here, Cooper. I mean, you just come on, we're gonna move on to the next guest. I'm gonna start asking like prerequisite questions to these guests. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to like to tell me what the 7 continents are, or like what like 5 + 5 is. Like, I don't know. You know, just an idea, We're gonna go to move on to the next guest here. Let's go and talk to the next guest. Damn, I appreciate those roses. Thank you so much, man. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the debates, tippity tap away that phone screen. Let's try to get to 700,000 likes. Also, if you are enjoying the debates, make sure you hit that follow button, baby. What's going on, man? All right, hello. That guy was not loading in. We're gonna go and move on to the next guest here. Who's next? Make sure to hop in those guest requests if you do think it's wrong to be gay. By the way, we are in sub-only chat right now. We're in sub-only chat right now, so if you want to, chat with me, I'm reading all the messages. Make sure to, hit that subscribe button. It's quite literally the best way to support me. We're going to go to move on to the next guest here, chat. Thank you for the chili. Thank you for the corn. Appreciate y'all. Y'all need to make him stop repeating that, bro, for real. None of these guests are loading in here, guys. Just give it a minute. Sometimes it takes, a minute to get the next guest in here. We're having some issues with that right now. Let's go and get the next guest up here. Let's go and get Peyton up here. Appreciate you for that, Earth Romeo. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all for all your donations tonight. You've been going crazy. What's going on? Oh, Peyton, okay, y'all. Make sure if we're hopping in those guest requests, make sure we're going to stick around and debate so we don't waste time. Appreciate you for those finger hearts. Next guest is loading in here, chat. What's going on, Mike? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I believe that in the Bible talks about Adam and Eve and not no Adam and Steve.
Right. So the Adam and Steve weren't people. Neither were Adam and Eve, and this is proven to be the case by like Origen, who's one of the most like prolific like Christian theologians of quite literally all time. Alongside like St. Augustine, who's another really big one that in his work, The City of God, like it's pretty much like an accepted consensus that Adam and Eve is a parable that never occurred.
Well, I mean, take a look at Noah's Ark and all that stuff. I believe it's all true. I mean, take a look at
where in the Bible does it say it's wrong to be gay?
Genesis.
Where?
Adam and Eve, not no Adam and Steve. How many times do I tell you?
Right. So Christian theologians, like Christians, say it's symbolic, it's a parable, it never happened. And not to mention, why would like even if like Adam and Eve did exist, or like let's just like accept the notion, because of course there was a first man and woman. Of course that was a real thing. Tabby, thank you so much for that subscription. Thank you so much. How would like this like exactly show that it's wrong to be gay?
Because it ain't natural, boy.
Define natural.
God made it. God given.
God given.
Right.
Right. So yeah, so like the Catholic Pope Francis, he's like being gay is fine, natural. God made him that way.
Well, I'm not a Catholic, sir. I'm a Baptist. That's the right denomination. But
right. So how do you know that gay people aren't made by God? Coco, thank you for the second month subscription. Thank you.
They're not made by God. They are made by God. But it's a choice.
Yeah. Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now?
No.
So you think that being gay is a choice, yet you can't choose to be gay?
Yeah. I mean, you can choose to be gay. I just can't choose to be straight.
So, wait, you just said you could choose to be gay, but then when I asked you if you could choose to be gay, you said no, you couldn't choose to be gay. Like, let's see it again, Mike. Could you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Could you choose to find me attractive?
No.
So
how many times do I have to tell you?
So therefore, you can't choose to be gay, right?
You can choose to be gay if you're gay. You choose to be it.
So you have to be gay to choose to be gay?
Right.
Can you choose to be that first gay?
That's how God designed us.
God designed us to be gay, so therefore it's not going to be unnatural, therefore not immoral under your worldview?
Well, that was the fall. Remember Eve ate the damn apple? And after that, we all got fucked up and screwed up.
So what exactly about being gay? Does it say anywhere in the Bible that being gay is wrong?
Well, when Eve ate the apple, that's when the whole world went to shit.
Yeah, and how do you know that homosexuality is apparently part of the world going to shit?
Because I don't like it.
So you think it's wrong because you don't like it?
Oh, also Leviticus 2 says it. 2013, it says don't be like a...
2013?
Yeah, 2013. It says it's abomination.
Right. So when we look at Leviticus, it's 2013 does say it's an abomination. But then 2018, right, if you continue to read, God says that the rules in which he lays out in Leviticus are directed specifically at the Israelites and to their differences from the Egyptians are the Canaanites, right? So like the Egyptians and the Canaanites did like gay orgies to like worship their gods. And like when he says that being gay is an abomination, this is what he's talking about. And this was only for the Israelites. So you could have had a strong case as to why it would be wrong to be gay as an Israelite living 3,000 years ago, but not today.
God's law is objective, though. Whatever he says is always right.
Right. And God says in Leviticus that those were only rules for the Israelites. So once again, Michelle, thank you so much for that subscription. You'd have a strong case as to why it would be wrong to be gay as an Israelite living 3,000 years ago. But are we Israelites living 3,000 years ago? No. Therefore, Leviticus is inapplicable to us today.
Well, we should be living that way. That's my point.
Yeah, but like he says that they're only for the Israelites living 3,000 years ago. Not to mention, if you think that we should be living by all those laws, that girl Persephone, thank you so much for the galaxy. Thank you so much. Like we could just look at like other like ridiculous Levitican laws. Leviticus says that it's like wrong to have mildew in your house or to cut your beard in a particular fashion or to like cut your hair in a particular fashion.
I agree.
It's wrong to like plant mixed seeds or wear mixed fabrics.
I agree.
It's wrong to eat pig. It's wrong to eat like fat blood or like shellfish, right?
I agree.
It's wrong to eat like meat. It's wrong to do like all of these things, right?
What if I agree with all of them?
So I'm looking at your profile picture right now. What kind of shirt are you wearing in your profile picture?
Polyester.
Yeah, that's a mixed blend. Therefore, you are just as much of a sinner as a gay person.
I mean, it's 100% cotton. I'm sorry. 100% cotton.
That's just... So do you only wear 100% cotton clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a lie, right? And then once again, God does state in live. You know what? I got a better idea. Prove to me that your God exists.
The Bible. The Bible.
What in the Bible prove that he exists?
The Bible. The Bible says it.
Yeah, how do we know that the Bible's telling the truth?
Because it says it's God's word. How many damn times we got to tell you?
So, like, God's word justifies God's word? That's circular. The Bible. The Bible, chap. The Bible.
Oh, now you want to mock me.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm not mocking you. I'm just talking about the
Now you want to
Bible.
blaspheme my God.
No, I'm not blaspheming your God. Now, let me get this straight to you, Mike. Now, I love Jesus Christ. Now, I love some of that schma now, right? Now, right, I do. I'm not being
I can't take
blasphemous
this no
or none
more.
of
I
that
can't
dang
take this
shit.
no more. You're not going to blaspheme. You're going to be burdened in hell.
Oh, you're gonna
And
be
I'm gonna be
burning.
laughing
You're gonna
at
be
you.
burning in smell. You're gonna be burning in smell.
Stop mocking me, damn it.
I'm not mocking you, damn it. Who do you think you are? Stop
I gotta
mocking
go.
me, damn it. Stop mocking me, damn
I
it.
destroyed you. All the chat is W for me, and all the galaxies are for me.
Gerald, thank you for the galaxy. All the
Give me more
galaxies are
gifts,
for you.
guys.
No, Gerald
Give
just
me
sent a
more
galaxy
gifts.
to me. Gerald just
Guys,
sent a galaxy
it's
to
for
me.
me. It's for me.
God
God,
damn
give me
it.
some more
God.
galaxies, damn it.
Yo, Alex, thank you for that subscription. I really appreciate you. I don't see you getting any galaxies. Honestly, you just kind of sound
Look,
like
I got more coins.
Gerald,
boy.
thank you for the galaxy. No, they're sending them to me. Yo, Jesse, thank you so much for the glowing jellyfish.
What?
See,
Guys, come
what
on,
they're
where's
doing,
my-
thank you so they're sending
Where's
these
my
gifts to me
galaxies,
because you're
guys?
just insane.
Guys, the Bible. Stick up for the Bible. Give me
Mike,
some more galaxies, please.
Oh my god, this guy's like neo panhandling using the Bible, and people are actually sending him gifts. That's so funny. Well, Mike, I appreciate you for coming up here, man. Have a good night. You're insane. You're absolutely ludicrous. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next. No way, like people are actually like sending him gifts. That's crazy. Yo, Mia, appreciate the shoes in the corn. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest here, chat. Guys, if you're enjoying the debates, make sure to let me know. Thank you so much for that, Corgi. I really appreciate it. Make sure to let me know by tippity tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to hit 700,000 likes, y'all. Let's try to hit 700,000 likes. Also, if you're enjoying the debates, make sure to hit that follow button. Thank you for the cap. We're gonna go and get our next guest up in here. Make sure to only request if you do think that it is gonna be like wrong/immoral to be gay, y'all. We're just looking for some debates. You thought I was on 2x speed, I talk fast. What's going on, Marquest? Do you think that's going to be like wrong/immoral to be gay? Thank you for that paper crane.
Sorry, I didn't know I requested this.
Oh, you're all good. Have a good
Sorry.
night, man. Have a good night. We're going to go to move on to the next guest here. Make sure to hop in those guest requests if you do think that it is wrong/immoral to be gay, y'all. Let's go and get Troy up here. I appreciate those finger hearts. Y'all been going crazy with the donations tonight. We have another 58 minutes on the live goal. I wonder if we could hit it. What's going on, Troy? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Why? Because, let's take for example, if all our grandparents came back from the dead and they seen a lot of gay people running around with these gay pride flags running around, yeah, thinking that they own the place, pushing it onto young children's minds, telling them to be gay and lesbian and turn to a man into a woman and a woman into a man.
Yeah, you just kind of sound like one of those you kind of sound like one of those like homeless people like standing on the corner of the street just kind of ranting about random shit. Stay pressed, bro. I'm gonna go to move on to the next guest. Let's go and get our next guest up in here. Oh, he said a slur. Oh yeah, my fault. I didn't hear that. What's going on, Freeze? Do you think that it's wrong/immoral to be gay?
Hello, I'm from Thailand. You can call me Freeze. This is my anonymous name.
Hello, Freeze. Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
In my country, I always move my activity to fight against the validity of sexual orientation. So I always make the agreement with LGBTQ in my country.
Thank you for the stars.
And ask them.
So you're accepting?
No, I don't. I'm not pro LGBT. Sorry, but
why?
I always make agreement to them. If they say, sorry for my English, if they say to the people that they can do whatever they would like to do as long as it's not harm anyone. It's like the kind of theory from John Stuart Mill. It's like a liberalism idea. So I always
wait. No, Freeze. Tell me what's wrong with being gay. Give me an argument. Why is it wrong to be gay, man?
I will ask them back that.
Wait, Ty. Sorry, Freeze. Why is it wrong to be gay?
Okay, I will ask you. Do you believe in sexual freedom?
What I believe in is like the ability to express our attractions if they do not result in harm. I believe that actions cannot be deemed as wrong
Okay,
unless those
okay,
actions
that's it.
result in harm or like violate rights or cause some like suffering, right? And I
So
don't think that like sexual actions and like these connotations of like same-sex attractions are like gonna have like any like like moral implications of them, right? So we're gonna like set this in like an immoral state. So give me an argument. Why is same-sex attraction like wrong slash immoral?
okay, okay. I will give the similar example. If people say to the public that they can express and take the action whatever they would like to do as long as it's not harm anyone, I will ask them back the same logic. If the people who are pedophilia, incest, necrophilia, zoophilia, bestiality, they have the same logic that they are a successful person. They can have a great score in the school. They do the charity to the people, and they just have one thing that they
Well, no, those all those things are wrong because they're either a form of like non-consensual intercourse or
no
like
no
the
I
result
will
like
say
no
that
no let me get this straight. So like
yeah.
necro and then like P3DO stuff like those are going to result in really bad things like
Oh,
rape,
I know, I
assault,
understand.
trauma, etc. And then like insects like this is going to be bad because it will result in like a really low quality of life for like the child
Okay,
as
I have the
perceived
argument.
or like the notion of like coercement within that relationship. Thank you so much for the cuddle with me, Jesse. I really
I have
appreciate it. Now,
argument.
Freeze, I
What
appreciate you for
what?
coming up here, man. I'm going to go to move on to the next guest. I appreciate you so much for that, Jesse. We're just gonna go to move on to the next guest. I do really appreciate you for coming up though, man. Let's go ahead and get our next guest in here. Let's go ahead and see what Gantz has to say. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, y'all. Next guest is loading in here, y'all. If you guys have enjoyed the debates, make sure to hit that follow button, baby. We are so close to 76,000 followers. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. There was. I'm sorry for kicking him off. I'm sorry. Mandy, thank you for the high bear. All right, this next guest is not loading in here, Gant. If you want to go ahead and hop back in those guest requests, I'll happily let you back up in here because you do seem fun to talk to. Let's go ahead and get our next guest in here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Omar has to say. Appreciate those roses. Next guest is loading in. Also, y'all, we're going to do a few more debates for the evening, and then we're going to hop off. I'm going to go live on the second account just for a little bit. I'll maybe do some battles tonight. Who knows? Omar's not loading in either, y'all. We're going to go and get our next guest in here. So we got a few more for the night, then we're going to be hopping off and going on the second account, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's go ahead and talk to Caleb, chat. Thank you so much for the heart me. Thank you for the roses. You guys have been going crazy with the gifts this evening. What's up, Caleb? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
Thank God, man. I've been trying to get in here for like an hour.
Well, welcome in. Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
I most definitely do. So I'm not gonna touch religion because I know a bunch of those others have. That's not a really good way to debate you. I am gonna go with the unnatural stance. So
okay,
I know that you said
define unnatural.
Okay, so your definition that you gave like 45 minutes ago about it not occurring in nature naturally, basically is what I agree with you. That's what unnatural is.
Like a couple things. So this is first an appeal to nature, and that's a logical fallacy for like a multitude of reasons. Like cars don't happen in nature. Are cars immoral? No. Like we don't see like animals in nature playing musical instruments. Does that make musical instruments immoral? No. But then like this is fun because like homosexuality actually does occur in nature. We observe it in over 3,000 species. So.
Okay, so I'll debate you on that because I'm a very avid outdoorsy type person. You don't see deer out humping other male deer. You don't see hogs out mating with male hogs.
We do.
And if you do see it, it's very rare because it is most likely a hermaphrodite kind of condition.
So we observe like homosexuality between like two members of a species, both aligning with like being male, and like over 3,000 of them.
Okay, but if you look at nature is intended for, and I know you're going to pull up your little piece of paper there showing the infertility thing. Nature is male and female, and the reason it is that way is to reproduce. Now, I know that you pull up that piece of paper and you say, well, infertility leads to not having offspring, so is it immoral?
Right.
I'll argue that by saying that infertility is not natural in nature. It does happen in nature.
So again,
It
like
does.
this, what does this notion of nature mean? Define natural.
Well, if a female is born, it is natural for her to be able to reproduce. It is unnatural for her to not be able to.
I feel
Now,
like you're like, okay, are you saying that because like vast majority, like overwhelming majority of women can reproduce, if a woman can't, or like exists like within an atypical like nature, like in an atypical state from what is normal, it is unnatural?
I'm not understanding what you mean by that.
I think you're talking about like commonality of things, right? So if something is really uncommon, if it's really atypical, can it be natural? Thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much.
That's a touchy one. I'm
The
saying that
galaxies, thank you.
I'm saying that a female is made, and every female is, whenever they come out of the womb as a baby girl, it is automatically assumed that they're going to be able to reproduce, right?
Well, it's assumed because it's typical, right? Because that's like typical, right? But no, like some females are not made to reproduce because they're infertile. That's just they were not made with like their large gametes.
And normally that's
actually
and normally that's actually transitioned through generations of infertility. I noticed that you
not to
said
mention that every woman is infertile over the age of about 55. Once a woman goes through menopause, she's infertile, right? But like, I'm still not getting your argument. Why is being gay wrong?
so. Being gay is wrong because you can't naturally reproduce with two males or two females.
Right? And
I know you bring
can't
up the
naturally
fruit
reproduce.
fly.
Now, listen. You also cannot naturally reproduce with two people that are infertile.
True.
So,
I mean, I'll give you
infertility
that.
wrong?
That's right.
So now listen. You said being gay is wrong because you cannot naturally reproduce with these two types of people. Well, is infertility wrong because you can't naturally reproduce with these two types of people?
No, because it's a medical
Wait, why is
disadvantage.
that? Right, so it's a medical disadvantage. Define that. And then also, why is this relevant?
Okay.
Like, it doesn't like this isn't necessarily a symmetry breaker. You're only
So, like,
placing
gay-
more like categories on this, right? And then like there's like other examples that we could use to be more concise, like right. So is like
So being gay is a choice.
being gay is a choice, really. Can you choose to be attracted to me?
No, I cannot.
So you think that same-sex attraction is a choice yet you can't choose? That seems contradictory.
No, it's not contradictory.
Oh,
I think it is a
Thank
mental
you so
illness.
much for that gym gun. Thank you so much for that gym gun. So you think that being gay is
I
a
think
mental
it.
illness?
I think it is a mental illness, and I'll support that theory by your fruit fly reference earlier. You said that fruit flies are gay. You know that they've been seen in nature to be doing gay things. Did you read that the German people that actually done that research decided that it was pollution that was causing their pheromones to interact weirdly with each other, to where they started seeing the other male flies as mates?
Right. So like this is like a plausible counter argument against fruit flies, but not the other 2,999 species.
Okay, so I destroyed one argument, but not the other 3,000.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course.
But I think that
that's like a reasonable explanation. Like, listen, that's actually a really reasonable explanation for fruit flies. If like pollution was messing with their pheromones and causing them to like mate with individuals of like the same sex, yeah, sure. Well, you actually did. You actually did destroy one of the 3,000. Yeah.
So who's to say that the gay that's happening between humans is not caused by outside sources causing mental instabilities?
The Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, in conjunction with the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, right? So what they did, they did a whole lot of fancy-dancy brain tests on gay and straight people using EEGs, MRIs, fMRIs, and otherwise, and they found that sexual orientation is dependent upon physicalities of the brain. And this is going to be like the most likely case, especially because you said that you cannot choose to be gay, yet you think it's a choice to be gay. And then on the notion of mental illness, like this can be pretty much rejected by institutions of medicine and science, right? So like the World Health
Well, if you're saying physicalities of the brain, then that means it is a mental thing. It's
Right,
not a
mental thing.
biological
Yeah.
thing.
So, well, no. Like you're like neurobiology, like your brain is biology. Like we could also deem it in like other parts of like your body, like the genome, like the XQ23 chromosome that we only observe within gay men, or like like linkages, like let me get off the specific text here, so I'm being concise and correct. Or like linkages between like sexual orientation and that chromosome, or just like sexual orientation and the size of the anterior commissure in the human brain, or like the Genome Association study of male sexual orientation. Like these are all like academic pieces being done on this, right? And then like I just want to reject, like I want to flat out reject this notion that it's a mental illness.
Well, it's a medical condition. I mean,
Right, but like,
I'm
tell me why.
not mad at them.
No, medical. Like Caleb, no, you said it was a mental illness. So why are you? No, it's not a medical condition. It's a condition of the human experience, and you seem to have this like classification for it just because it's atypical. But we do not like call everything that is atypical a medical condition, and that's just weird, right? So, anyways, you call it a mental illness. So the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the BPS, the RCP, the CPA, the APS, the ESSM, the AAP, the ACP, the AFP, the ACA, and the APHA are like really huge, big, credible, and reputable institutions of science and medicine. And none of them deem it as a mental illness. So,
okay,
like,
but those are the same kind of facilities that are sitting there saying that men can choose to be female because of genders and all. So when you get into the medical things, they can be,
so like none of those say that. None of those say that. So none of these institutions say that a man can choose to be female. That was just misinformation. It's a lie. If you want to get into like a transsexual debate, we can, but like you can't just willfully run off quite literally. Now, like what I'm getting at, Caleb, there's not one institution of medicine or science that calls it a mental illness. The only people who call it mental illness are uneducated non-doctors. Like there's not one doctor who calls being gay a mental illness.
Is infertility a medical condition?
Yes.
Okay, so we agree on that.
Well, I mean, depends on how you want to define medical condition, but it's definitely a condition that exists in an atypical manner.
Okay,
it's like a condition
so I'm referring to your piece of paper.
Caleb, now, can you please respond to my points, though? I just told you that not one institution of medicine or science, not one doctor calls being gay a mental illness, so why do you call it a mental illness? Like, I'm actually curious.
Okay, well, this one's I don't like to answer this question because I'll start getting labeled as a conspiracy theorist, but I think that doctors that are paid for to do these types of researches are being paid by certain people to get certain results. So I choose not to go down that road.
So no, I don't, fine, we could do that. Then do you think that there exists one doctor that isn't being paid or one institution that isn't being paid? There's seriously not one institution nor one doctor that calls being gay a mental illness.
My mother is a doctor.
Yeah, what kind?
And she will literally tell you that there is a chemical imbalance that happens inside the brain that causes you to be homosexual.
So that's just refuted by science, right? Like, there's not one study that says that like homosexuality is due to chemical imbalance in the brain.
Oh, so is chemical imbalances cause so much more different things than just homosexuality.
Well, no, there's not one study that says chemical imbalances causes homosexuality. What kind of doctor is she?
I'm not sure what kind of doctor she is. I just know she works at the hospital and she's a doctor.
Yeah, so there's not one study that says the chemical imbalance in the brain causes homosexuality. And the question is a mental illness. Does she classify it as a mental illness?
I'm not sure. She's not here to say that, but that was what I derived from our conversation that we had.
Right. So like this whole notion that also that was funny that you don't know what kind of doctor your mom is. But like the whole notion that doctors and institutions are just being paid off to not call it a mental illness is crazy because it's not like a split decision between the institutions or the medical community. It's a consensus. There's not one institution that says it is.
So there's not one institution that debates that logic?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I'll have to do some research on that part. But to me, it's not natural because it's not. I guess you could say that I'm seeing something that's just an atypical thing. But whenever you're born as a male,
we could say that. So we could say that it's an atypical thing, and this is why you're calling it unnatural.
I would say it's unnatural because it's not seen or heard of very much. Yes.
Okay. Is being a man over 6 foot unnatural?
Well, that's actually differentiated over time. There's been different
Vanessa, I
heights over
appreciate the
time
handouts.
that's normal.
No,
So
so
average heights over a
Caleb,
certain span of time has actually changed.
right, so Caleb, is it unnatural?
I think it's unnatural to be under 6 foot. Yeah, that's just my personal belief, though.
Over 6 foot.
Oh, over 6 foot. No, I think that's natural.
Wait, why? Because only 14.5% of men are over 6 foot, right? And if you're calling it like unnatural to be gay because it's like atypical, well, 20% of people are gay, right? And if you're saying that it's like
I highly doubt
naturally
it's
over 6
20%.
foot, no, right? So you highly doubt that, right? So there's studies done on this. You could look it up, right? So
Hang
like,
on, I'm getting my search engine up.
Right. So about like 20% of individuals identify with a non-straight sexual orientation, right? So you're saying that being gay is unnatural because it's atypical, aka only 20% of people are gay. Yet being a man over 6 foot is not unnatural, regardless that it's more atypical than being gay is.
Okay. Well, I see what you mean, but at the same time, you're skipping over the fact that it's a rare thing.
It's
You
less rare
admitted
than being man over 6 foot, right?
and
So
you
like
admitted that
conditions.
it was rare for fruit flies to do it as well. You also admitted that fruit
Vanessa, thank you
flies
for the count.
were only gay because of external forces.
Right. So Caleb, I mean, if you're gonna make the argument that like a fruit fly like had their pheromones fucked with by like pollution, and this is why we saw like homosexual activity within them, like you can, and I'll just accept it because there's another 2,999 animals in the animal kingdom besides us as humans that exhibit these behaviors, right? And
By the way, it's 7.2%.
no, it's 20, right? So about 20% of individuals identify with a non-straight.
I'm looking at
So that-
several
this-
articles here saying 7.2.
Right. So there's a video on my
But-
page about it. You can just go look at it, right? This isn't like uncommon right. Like actually, this is accepted by the right, and they're using it as like a mouthpiece to say that there's so many more gay people now, and it's taking over the world, right? So I don't mind I could post the sources in the Discord. That's fine. I'll do that. But what I'm getting at here is okay. Even under this like notion that it's 7.2%, we could just go to like some other thing that's even rarer than that. Do you think it is unnatural for a man to be over 6'2"?
That one's hard for me to answer because I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no to that one.
Well, the answer is it's completely normal and natural for a man to be over 6'2". It really is. Like obviously, right? Because like when you see a man that's 6'2" on the streets, are you like, oh my god, he's going to hell because that's unnatural? Thank you for the hat of
Well, I mean, like 6'6" would I would think over 6'6" would be a little unnatural. You know, I mean, like some of the NBA stars that are abnormally tall.
So over 6'6" is unnatural. So 6'5" is not unnatural. So yes, less than 7% of men are over 6'5". So even if we accept this notion that 7.2% of people are gay, being a man over 6'5" is going to be more atypical than being gay under the own statistics that you have named, right? So like if you're saying that the definition of natural is dependent upon how atypical or typical something is, these are both going to be unnatural. Therefore, these both must be wrong. But you're going to say that being 6'5" isn't unnatural and isn't wrong. So
Okay, but being that tall results in more frequent medical conditions like ankle pains, knee pains. You know, there's bad things that come along with being that tall.
Right. So is it unnatural or immoral to be a man at 6'5"? Well, you already said it wasn't unnatural. Is it immoral?
Well, I didn't debate you on morals. That's not what I've been debating you about. I've been debating you about if the gay was wrong.
That's kind of what I mean when I say wrong, like morally wrong. But anyways,
okay.
Like
well, you
seriously,
didn't specify that.
You're still contradicting
like,
yourself. You're still contradicting yourself. You're saying
no?
Being gay is unnatural because it's atypical. Being gay is unnatural because only 7.2% of people are gay, bro. But you
that's
will
not
say
what I'm saying.
that
It's
being
wrong.
a man,
I'm saying it's unnatural.
Wait, why is it wrong?
I'm saying it's unnatural. I'm not saying because it's atypical, it's wrong.
Wait, you're saying because it's atypical, it's unnatural. Thank you for that. Had a mustache, Lana. Appreciate that subscription, bro. I don't know. I don't know how many times I want to try to drill this in your head. Being a man, 6'5", more atypical than being gay, but you don't call that unnatural.
Okay, but in nature, you're not going to see gay animals just going at it.
Yeah, all the time.
Dude, I've went hunting so many different ways. I've hunted so many different game, and I can tell you that I do not see.
Do we observe? Thank you so much for that galaxy. Thank you so much, Persephone. I really appreciate it.
I mean, for example,
Oh my
deer
god! Thank you
hunting.
so much for the galaxies.
Deer hunting is based on pheromones. So whenever a female doe's pheromones start ramping up,
Thank
the
you so
buck
much. Holy shit. Yo,
start going out and searching for them.
W that girl in the comments, bro. Thank you so much for the galaxies. Holy shit.
So because their pheromones are enraged and the deer are in heat, the male deer say, "Hey, this is what I need to go do."
I'm educating, bro. Literally get some education. We observe
That's natural.
homosexuality, bro. Caleb, we observe homosexuality, homosexual intercourse in over 3,000 species apart from us as humans. Birds, mammals, fish, insects, reptiles. We observe it everywhere. Then also, if you're going to say what is right and wrong is dependent upon what animals in nature do or don't do, this is an appeal to this is an appeal to nature. It's a logical fallacy. So would you say that if we did observe homosexuality in nature, that it wouldn't be wrong?
I mean, if it was more
right.
If it was in nature that it was happening more frequently than what you're seeing, and it was constructed from that way from birth, then I could understand it.
Okay, right. So, like, do we because we see lions like graping their cubs in nature? It happens all the time, and it's constructed that way since birth, since they can't make choices.
I haven't seen that on National Geographic.
No, do it. No, they do all the time. They do all the time. So, because we observe lions graping their cubs in nature, is it therefore okay to grape? Because we observe it in nature? This is a problem with, like, an appeal to nature. And then it's also, like, a bigger problem because we actually observe homosexuality in nature. So, like, the whole appeal doesn't fucking matter.
Okay, so morals come in more with human beings. I'll agree that.
So, like, same-sex pairing and mating...
You okay?
I'm good. So same-sex pairing and mating behaviors have been observed in various bird species, like swans, like albatrosses, gulls. These behaviors can involve like nesting.
Try to keep it with just mammals, though, because we are mammals.
Mammals, yeah. Homosexual activity has been documented in numerous mammalian species. This would include like baboons, dolphins, domestic sheep, lions, orangutans, like fucking deer, elk, like 3,000. So many that we've observed it in so many, man. Stop rejecting this notion. It's scientific fact. It's scientific fact. I don't like.
See, but
to get you like a source.
I mean, I like sources. Yeah, sure, you can always send them to me. But what I'm saying is that it is unnatural because, from birth, you're made a male or a female,
right?
To where you can reproduce. And if you don't, then there's something there's an outside force that stops that from happening.
So then also, like, this is therefore going to call being infertile wrong, and this is also going to completely disregard all of this fucking studies and research done by places like the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research or the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts. You're like, Caleb, you're disregarding all the science to hold this dogmatic belief, and it's starting to piss me off.
Infertility is a medical condition.
Caleb. This is actually kind of like starting just to like annoy me. So you just forgot about all the science. You just set the science aside. This is someone in the comments says dumbest debate. I kind of agree with him, right? I kind of agree with him. You're just saying the science, bro. Fuck the science. You know what I mean? You're just saying fuck the science. You don't care about the science. Like you asked for like a source that said we observe homosexuality in mammals in nature. Yeah, we're going to be looking at like biological exuberance, animal homosexuality, and nature diversity. This was published by the St. Martin's Press by B. Bage Himmel, right? So the author like extensively explores and documents instances of homosexual behavior and intercourse in a wide range of animal species, including mammals. It's like a whole book about it. And then you're just saying this doesn't even exist.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm agreeing with you that it exists. But am I saying it's natural? No.
Bro, define natural. Give like a concise definition for the word natural.
Natural is like you said earlier, without outside forces, the way things in nature normally are.
Right. And without outside forces, the way in which things nature normally are, it's fucking homosexual about 20% of the time.
If that was the logic, then everything would be gay.
Bro, Caleb, listen. Dude, I already gave you source. That girl Persephone, thank you for the galaxy. Like, holy shit, thank you for the galaxies, yo. Thank you so much, Persephone. I really appreciate it. Dude, I already fucking gave you a source for this. Oh my god, all the galaxies. Thank you so much, Persephone. Thank you. Holy shit, you're going crazy with the galaxies. My god. You can't get it, Caleb. You can't fucking get it, can you? We observe it in nature without any outside force.
Why are you getting so mad?
Bro, because you can't understand. You can't understand. You can't grasp this. We observe it in nature without any outside force in animals. I gave you a source on it. And then we can also document that this happens without any outside source because the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts did brain tests that determined sexual orientation is dependent upon physicalities of the brain.
Did they do research on those fruit flies that were
Bro, Caleb,
found to
stop.
be
I
gay?
need you to listen. I need you to listen, Caleb. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. You're saying that it does not exist in nature and it does not exist without external force. But yet I'm giving you sources, like this is a common understanding that it happens in nature. Like listen, fucking biological exuberance, animal homosexuality, natural diversity in Martin's Press. We observe it in over like 3,000 species in nature. I gave you the fucking sources. Netherlands Institute of Brain Research, Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh and Massachusetts, Center for Neurochronology at UCLA. Let's just continue to go. World Health Organization, American Psychiatric Association, American Medical Association, Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the AAP, the ACP, the AFP, the ACA, the APHA, all these fucking institutions, all this fucking science, and then you, Caleb, are just sitting here saying, yeah, no, they're all wrong. They're all wrong. Like, god damn.
Simon LeVay stated that a homosexual behavior is common in the animal world. It seems to be very uncommon that the individual animals have long-lasting predisposition to engage in such behavior to the exclusion of heterosexual activities.
Right. When's the study done? Who's the source? What can I look up? Let me see it on my screen.
Hang on. Finding the source now.
You don't even have the source, and where did you
it
get that
says it says Wikipedia, which I don't like Wikipedia,
from? Fucking hell!
Hang on, I'm finding another source. I'm looking down through all the pages here. There's like thousands of them.
Give me an institution. Then also, I've already rejected this notion, Caleb, listen. You could search and find shit all fucking day, right? About what does or doesn't happen in animals in the animal kingdom, right? But here's the thing. Caleb, even if it didn't happen, even if we did not observe this in animals, this does not discredit the research done by the 20 institutions that I just named off on homosexuality in humans. And this is still an appeal to nature, which is a logical fallacy because what we observe in nature does not determine if something is right or wrong. For example, if we see a lion grape its cubs in nature, which does happen, this isn't going to make grape okay. For example,
that does also happen with humans too. Have you heard of parents that do that to their daughters?
Yeah, it's not okay at all. But Caleb, nothing that you've said has discredited any of the institutions I've given you, any of the science, bro. At this point,
And is that not a medical condition, like a mental illness in their brain?
Bro, no, I'm already telling you that the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the WPATH, the BPS, the RCP, the ACPA, the APS, the ESS, and the AAP, the ACP, the APFP, and the ACA and the APHA do not deem it as a mental illness. All of these institutions, hold, what is and what isn't a mental illness, like the DSM, do not deem being gay as a mental illness. Fucking, Caleb, can you define mental illness for me?
A chemical imbalance in the brain that causes you to do or say or act a certain way unnaturally.
Right. So now I'm going to show you that this isn't a mental illness, right? Because the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research found that dendritic density, neuronic substructure, neurohormones, the way in which neurons fire through these substructures, density of neurons, variation of gray mass in the puttamins, found that this is what determines sexual orientation. Other studies have found genomical indifferences or differences between sexual orientations. Other studies have found a correlation to the XQ23 chromosome in specific to gay men. There's linkages between other parts of our anatomy. There's so much that causes this to be the case. And if you're saying that the definition of a mental illness is a chemical imbalance in the brain, and then all the studies say it is anything but a chemical imbalance in the brain, and that's also not the definition of a mental illness, and all the institutions that denote what is and what isn't a mental illness say that it isn't a mental illness, like, you have to just be, like, fucking brain dead to hold the position that it's wrong, it's unnatural, and it's a mental illness.
Okay, so there was nothing that caused the brains to be formed in that way.
Sure, the activation or the inactivation of the SRY gene alongside other, like, deterministic factors of sex at about 8 weeks gestation, right? Silence.
I'm talking right now. Can you not hear me?
No.
You can't hear me. It shows my mic is working just fine.
Caleb, at this point, I'm just educating you, man. I'm seriously just educating you.
So infertility is a medical condition, and homosexuality is also a medical condition. That's the only thing that I'm trying to prove to you.
Define medical and define the medical condition.
Okay, so you're wanting me to become a scientist and explain to you how everything exactly works when I didn't go to college for 18 years to learn all that stuff.
Yes, if you're going to classify this as a medical condition,
I'm telling you that
Caleb,
we agree.
What I'm telling you is if you deem it as a medical condition, define medical condition.
Medical condition is something that makes the human body doing something that is unnatural that the human body is supposed to do.
Define unnatural. Holy shit.
I told you, unnatural is something that does not... Okay, male and female are created.
Bro, no, give me a definition of unnatural. No, stop. Give me a definition of unnatural.
Unnatural is unoccurring normally in nature.
And then we've already went over how this occurs within nature. We've
already
went over how we've already went over how this occurs in nature. So unnormally, so like atypical in nature, yeah. And earlier you said it wasn't unnatural to be a man at 6'5", but that's less normal than being gay. But you didn't classify that as unnatural. Therefore, you're just special pleading the special definition of unnatural.
And being that tall is also a medical condition.
No, you're just being logically disingenuous. You're being logically disingenuous. You're being so fallacious. You're contradicting yourself at every fucking corner.
I'm not contradicting anything.
This is crazy. You've been contradicting yourself the entire time. You said that being a man at 6'5" was not unnatural, and then you said being gay was unnatural, and then you defined unnatural as what is not normal. And being
so because I didn't get the exact statistics right, I'm
Caleb,
contradicting.
being a man at 6'5" is less normal than being gay. Therefore, it should be more unnatural.
It is unnatural.
Earlier, you said it wasn't.
I said 6'5", 6'6" was unnatural. Anything above that,
you said 6'6" and up. So now you're just like changing. You're shifting the goalposts, changing your past statements.
I'm sitting here telling you that
says
we
it's
agreed.
Unnatural to be a man at 6'5". Hello.
I mean, I don't see a whole lot of guys that are that much taller than me.
I'm just gonna go to move on, bro. I can. Oh my god. Oh, there's nothing that can be done about that, chat. There's nothing that can be done about that. There's literally fucking nothing that could be done about that. I tried. God, I tried so hard. Yeah, I appreciate all you for your donations. Thank you so much, especially you, Persephone. Thank you for the galaxies and for the mail. I really appreciate you. Make sure if you're enjoying the debates, make sure to tippity tap away in that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 800,000 likes. Also, make sure to hit that follow button. We're so close to 76,000 followers, y'all. I think we're gonna go ahead and do one more guest. We're going to go ahead and do one more guest, chat. This is going to be our last guest of the night. And then we're going to end. Thank you so much, Indie Frogs, for that gamer cat. I really appreciate you. So this is going to be our last guest of the night, y'all. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Also, thank you to all the subscriptions, to all the subscribers for today. We're at 153 right now. Do you think that we might be able to hit 160 before we get off of here? I think that we might be able to do it. Let's go ahead and get our last debate up in. Let's go ahead and get our last debate up in here. Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you so much. What's going on, Angus? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
Well, it just depends, really.
Oh wait, that was a woman. I'm sorry. I thought that was a kid, so I automatically booted them. Wait, I'm so sorry. I thought that was like a little boy, but I'm pretty sure that was a woman. Is that a kid? Yeah, I just kicked them. I'm pretty sure that was a woman. I'm so sorry. No, please, you could re-request. I thought that you were a woman. Oh my God! Thank you so much for the corgi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I couldn't tell if that was a woman or a child. What's going on, man? Do you think that it's wrong/immoral to be gay?
Not wrong or immoral, but I would make an argument that it's not physiological. I would avoid using word natural because there are
Oh, man, unfortunately, if you don't think it's wrong/immoral, I'm going to move on to the next guest, but I do appreciate you coming up here. Oh my God. What the fuck? Yo, that girl Persephone. Holy shit. Yo, what's going on? Yo, that girl Persephone. I have no clue what just happened. Did you just like send five subscriptions? Yo, thank you so much. My God. Persephone, you've been going crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Persephone. That was crazy. Holy shit. Thank you. But what's up, Ethan? Do you think that it's wrong/immoral? Do you think that it's wrong/immoral?
Well, I actually want you to clarify a little bit. Okay, so you can take the stance on biblically and non-biblically. So first I want you to take a stance biblically. So in Leviticus, I really want to know your point. Leviticus, tell me why it's not referring to
Big Mouth,
Christians.
thank you so much.
As far as like...
Thank you so much. And then also Hart, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate y'all. So Ethan, do you think it's wrong to be gay?
Religiously, yes, but as an American, you can do what you want. But...
Yeah, sweet. So I'll just go over Leviticus with you. If you're just looking for education, I highly recommend just joining my Discord. The link to join my Discord is in my bio. But I'll run over Leviticus with you, then I'm going to move on to the next guest. So in Leviticus, it does state that being gay is an abomination. Wait, I know, but this is a debate. Why such a long name? Thank you so much for that subscription. I really appreciate you. Right? So I appreciate you for asking questions, but unfortunately, this isn't
I understand. I understand.
Yeah, so
I understand.
In
You've been here for a while.
In Leviticus, so it says being gay is an abomination, right? But then after, oh my God, Persephone, you sent another 5 subscriptions. Holy shit! Thank you so much. You're going crazy. But anyways, right? So if we look at it, it says that being gay is an abomination. Yes. But then in verse 18 of Leviticus, it clearly states, God clearly states, that the laws in which he laid out, such as being gay is an abomination, were specifically only for the Israelites, and their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites.
Well, then why does he say it again in the New Testament?
Yeah, such as where?
1 Romans 26.
Right, so 1 Romans 26, the original Greek language used, malakoi, cannot be inferred at its most literal translation to mean man on man, right? And this was more so condemning.
27 also, it says to do unclean things.
Right, but then you were just making this in this reference that it's unclean to be gay. So that's not the words of the Bible. That's just your personal opinion.
It says it 24. It says where God also gave them to uncleanness and through lust of their hearts,
right?
To just honor them by their own bodies.
Right. So this is when we get into this is when we get into exploitive and abusive practices of that time. So this was written in Greek Roman culture.
Paul was one of the latest.
So now you're jumping to Corinthians. Now wait, are you in Corinthians or Romans?
Paul wrote Romans.
Right. So
the first verse
when we look at this,
Paul, a servant of Jesus.
I got you. Just listen, please. If you want education,
my bad.
Just listen. So the original language used, such as malakoi, this can't be inferred as its most literal translation to mean man on man, right? So this is a mistranslation of the text. Now, as far as the whole motive of the text, this isn't going to be discrediting consensual same-sex intercourse. If you talk to a historian or a theologian on the text, what they'll tell you is that during the times of the Greek Roman society in which this was written in, there was really bad and abusive and exploitative temple practices, such as male temple prostitution. And this is what the text is condemning, not consensual same-sex relations. And then, I don't mind going over this with you. It's one of my favorite things to talk about.
That's why I asked you, because as my faith, I want to know too. I want to know why you disagree, and I want to know how can I understand better. And
honestly, man,
so you're just saying that's a mistranslation of the Bible.
Well, so we're going to see mistranslations, and then we're also going to see reference as to far societal practices of when it was written, right? And you could look this up independently. I'm not just lying. This is a consensus.
I don't think you're saying anything just out of spite, but I'm just saying that there's so much evidence as far as especially in the New Testament. And there's probably more I need to do. Me personally, I need to do more research in, like you said, translations and stuff. And so that's just one thing to me, because Paul mentions here. He's talking to the church. So I do think that what he says is what it says is what he means. Because this is when the church first starts.
Right.
So lay the foundations of the church. He's saying these are the things that are right, and these are things that are wrong.
Right. And then in Paul's writing, he didn't condemn homosexuality. Like, again, arsenioka and malakoi cannot be inferred as, like, in their Greek meanings as condemnament of homosexuality. In fact, like, Bibles that did condemn this only started to pop up in the last, like, 80 years. Like, 100 years at this point. Shit. Like 1946, right? But hey, Ethan, honestly, like if I'm debating you, I'm just gonna, like, we could talk about this all fucking day, right?
Yeah.
And, like, my ultimate claim is prove to me that God exists.
Oh yeah,
you're just looking for, like, legitimate, like, education and knowledge on your own religion, and I understand that. I have an idea. Please join my Discord. I'm more than willing to, like, just talk to you about this in a non.
Well, I was expecting you to ask me that, so I had a whole, like, group of questions for explaining everything. As far as, like, I knew you were going to ask me prove that God exists, because I've watched your stuff before, and so I had a whole, like, whole down course. Do what?
Do it.
Okay. Well, the first one is obviously the second. I was going to start Leviticus, Romans, and then start the start of God. So a while ago you told somebody that yes, maybe there is a God, but how do you know it's the Christian God? Well, we know that the two. I'm just saying this. So the two most common religions, and I might be wrong, is Islam and Christianity. Am I right or wrong? Am I right? The two most popular. I'm not saying that they're true, but so they both have believe in the same God, which is the Old Testament God.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I could just conceive of a God that doesn't think that being gay is wrong. And I'll be just as justified in my faith in this God as you and yours, based off of the justification that you can provide.
Well, there are 1,817 prophecies in the Old Testament that were fulfilled.
Right, and I think there's something like 7,000 for the Islamic religions, and this is another
That's what
commonality.
I'm saying.
This is like another commonality that you're going to find across all religions, right? And
Well,
then, like,
not all.
then, like, this idea that it's the same God is, like, kind of, like, up to interpretation, because, like, the prophet of this God. I really don't think that, like, you as a Christian should accept that, like, the Islamic God is the same God as the Christian God.
I don't.
Right?
But I'm saying from your point of view, I wasn't sure, because I know that Brett.
Ethan,
Brett,
I have a good idea. You sound like a really nice guy. I'm not gonna lie. You sound like a really nice guy, and I want to have, like, a whole in-depth conversation about religion with you, because it sounds like that's what you want to have. Unfortunately, I want to stay on track with the topic about is being gay wrong, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Ethan, you're, like, so respectful. It's stupidly crazy. Join my Discord. I love talking about God. Unfortunately, that's just not the topic at hand. It's like that's my favorite thing to talk about. That's seriously, like, out of all the topics I host, I love talking about.
Well, you know, as a Christian, I gotta say, I hope your view changes, but I respect your view as an American. And good luck, man, and appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks, man. Have a good one, man. All right, y'all. I did say that was going to be the last guest of the night, but we'll go ahead and get, like, one more quick one in just before I end here, because, you know, that was just some respectful guy being respectful. So let's go ahead and talk to Tommy. What's going on, Tommy? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
No, not at all.
Oh, sweet, man. Unfortunately, like, I'm talking to.
That's why you're looking if you're going for pro or against.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'm looking for people that do think it's wrong to be gay. But Tommy, thank you so much for hopping up here.
Yeah, not a problem.
Have a good one. All right, yo. By the way, y'all, make sure to join my Discord. The link's in the bio. I hang out in there, like, literally every single day after my lives, and I just hang out and chat. It's a good time. Join my Discord. The link's in bio. I'm a huge proponent. Do it. What's going on? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
I'm gonna argue that being gay is wrong, but I actually am bisexual. But for the sake of the debate, I am practicing rhetoric. So.
Oh, there, got an idea. If you want to practice rhetoric, join the Discord. Unfortunately, like, the point of me hosting these lives isn't just to practice my debate, but it's actually to change minds. But yeah, I appreciate you for coming up. You have a good one. Yeah, like the purpose of these lives is unironically to change minds, or to try and to share knowledge and entertainment. Like that's kind of what I'm for, you know. Yeah, we ain't acting. Exactly, we ain't acting. Yeah, no, she said that she was just trying to practice rhetoric. She was just like literally trying to get better at debating. That's what she said. All right, last guest of the night. What's going on, Luna? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay? Okay, not the last guest of the night. This person kept saying in chat, me. Let's talk to them.
Right. So are we talking from a religious standpoint or?
Oh my god, you came in here hot. Why is it wrong to be gay?
Alright, so are we talking from a religious standpoint or a?
We're talking about your standpoint. Why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
I'm Muslim, so I follow the Quran, and it says within the Quran.
Yeah, can you prove to me that your God exists? I mean, it also says in the Quran that slavery is okay. You should like get your hands cut off if you steal something. And then your Prophet Muhammad married a 9-year-old. I think the Quran's pretty fucked up, but that's just my take on it. So, like, can you prove to me that... Oh, he's 17. All right, unfortunately, you got to be 18 to be on the lives, but I appreciate you for coming up here. I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking at those. All right, y'all. I don't know. Hey, what's going on, River? Do you think that it is... Oh, River dipped. We are having so many issues just trying to get, like, one last guest in here. We might just have to end it. Okay, we'll try, like, one more time. We're going to try one more time. And if this doesn't work, we are going to end for the night. Age check? I need to start doing that. Okay, I'll try 2 more times. I'll try 2 more times. Because it's that... Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, if you've been enjoying the debates, seriously, hit that follow button. I do debates like these every single day, and they're so much fun. Sometimes I get pissed, though. A lot of people call me, like, the Ben Sharpino of the left, or, like, the mean Parker. No, I don't know how true those are, but I'm in a good, very, like, chill mood right now. I wonder if we could hit 1 million likes before we end, though. If all, like, do you guys think, like, all 2,200 of you, like, seriously, if you hear my voice, just tap on my face. Double tap on my face a couple times. If all you do that, it's not that hard. We might be able to hit 1 million likes. What's going on, Charles? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
Oh, no.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition. Appreciate you for coming up here. God, guys, why is it so hard? I just want someone that disagrees. Only request if you think that being gay is wrong. Oh my god, you guys are actually tapping. We might do it. We might actually get to 1 million likes. What's going on, Stacy? Do you think that it's wrong to be gay?
Oh yeah, I think it's really wrong to be gay. Okay, it's not like it's wrong to some perspective and it's wrong to another perspective.
Right. Well, what's your perspective? Why is it wrong?
My perspective of it being wrong to be gay is, first of all, as in terms of naturality, it is not natural for humans to be gay. It might be natural for it might be
Define natural. Define natural.
Natural is something that depends on what kind of things you're trying to pose natural to.
16?
When it comes to human beings, there's some things that are natural and there's some things that are not
Bro,
natural.
I'm asking you for a definition of natural.
Natural
Stop
is
rambling and give me a definition of natural. How old are you, by the way?
Me, 23.
Okay. So define natural.
Natural is something common, something that people do. People have done for years.
Right. So people have always been gay.
No, really.
No. So like the societal acceptance of being gay is like fluctuated, right? But people have always been gay. Why? Because being gay is rooted in our biology, and this is shown to be true by the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts.
So how did they know? How did they know that people from long time ago used to be gay? How do they define that being gay is something that has been there for a long time?
Right, in the same way that we like show like anything, like any condition of the human experience has been there for a long time. Like we've been able to like denote like sexual orientation as like arising from like the physicalities of our brain. Age check? What year were you born in? Why are people saying that you're 16?
2022.
You were born in 2022?
Yeah. I mean, I'm old. These niggas is just tripping.
Yeah, born in 2022. Super true. That was crazy. That's crazy. Well, that's actually like... It's actually like apparently a big creator. I don't know what they're known for. Anyways, y'all, I guess we're gonna move on to the next guest. Yeah, bad math. That was like, wow. How can that exist? Like a creator with like 6 million
What's up, bro?
followers, that like holds those prejudice. I don't know. What's going on, Derek? Do you think it's wrong to be gay?
I want to ask you a question. Why do you feel like being gay is right?
Yeah, because there's going to be like no moral ramifications of like sexual attraction. Plus, if we are to assume like something's right or wrong, it's going to first exist in a moral state. So like I could just deductively think it's not wrong because there exists no justification for it being wrong. So what's your justification? Why is it wrong?
Well, I know if I go biblically with you, I know what you're going to say. How do I know God exists? You know, because I was watching you here for a little bit. Um, but being gay, if everyone was gay, bro, then we wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible says, "Be fruitful and multiply." So if you got two gay people, you know, it will end our existence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is infertility immoral?
You said, is it fertility immoral?
Is infertility immoral?
Yes.
Infertility. Wow, you're really gonna sit here and tell me that like infertility is immoral?
What you say? Hold on. I'm on
So
this.
you think that every woman is going to hell? Like every
Hold on,
woman?
hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on. Here, go. Hold on
Derek,
1 second, bro.
you think
Here,
that
go lay down. 1
you
second.
you think that
Hold on, bro. Hold on 1 second. Go lay down. I'm coming. All right, I'm sorry. I'm talking to my kid. Go ahead.
so you think that infertility is immoral?
You said, do I think that every woman is going to hell?
I asked you, is infertility immoral?
I just told you how I felt,
You said yes. So
and
you said you're
I
religious,
wanted
right?
you to elaborate.
Yeah. So Derek,
Yeah,
you think every
I believe
single
in God. I believe
Derek,
that.
listen to me, bro. Stop talking. So you think that every woman is going to hell? Like seriously, every
No,
single woman that dies. Just listen. So every single woman after they go through menopause at about the age of like 50 to 55 is going to be infertile, right? So do
no,
you
no,
think
no,
that
no, no, no.
Derek, yes.
Go ahead,
So do you,
bro. Go ahead.
Derek, yes. So do you think that every single woman that dies after they go through menopause is going to hell?
Can I talk now?
Yeah, please.
Okay. No, I don't look at it like that. Every female's not going to hell. God does say be fruitful and multiply, but if there's a cause for that, like if they're going through menopause or something like that and they're not able to be fruitful and multiply, then that's something different, bro. Like,
So they can't.
you,
So there's a cause for why they can't be fruitful and multiply, like infertility or like being gay. So here's the thing, though, because being gay is gonna being gay is gonna lead to no reproduction. I made a graph just for people like you. It's a bit easier to
okay.
comprehend, right? So we see a direct line between being gay and no reproduction, right? And then over here we see infertility, right? And then we see a direct line between infertility and no reproduction, right? So if you're gonna say that being gay is wrong because they can't procreate, we're also gonna go to sub-only chat just for a little
But
bit.
also, but
And
listen,
then like how are you not
go
gonna
ahead,
say
go
that
ahead.
so then you're gonna say that infertility is not wrong regardless of the fact that if you're infertile you can't have kids? This makes no sense. This is a logical
All
contradiction.
right,
Like you're saying
so,
God says, now listen, Derek, listen.
okay.
You're saying that God no listen. You're saying that God says that you gotta be fruitful and multiply, and this is why being gay is wrong. But if you're infertile, or if you're a woman after the age of 55, or just a part of like the 11% of all women over the age of 18, like you're not going to be able to do that. Yet you say that this is not wrong. So it seems as if there exists like a logical contradiction within your position.
Well, God made man for woman and woman for man. You know what I mean?
Holy
So
shit. Yeah,
if
how do you know? How do
if
you know
like
this?
if
How do you know that?
God dang, bro, I thought we, can I finish? Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no, just go ahead. Also, 1 million likes. Thank you all. But go ahead.
That's what's up. Congratulations on your million, bro. But God made man for woman and woman for man. Okay, and that's how He created it. To be. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Now, I
Appreciate you for
don't
that
I
little
don't bash
mustache.
people that I don't
How do
bash
you know that
people
that is
that
supposed to be like that? Like,
because
seriously, like, how do you know that homosexuality is wrong? I mean, where in the Bible does it say that being gay is wrong?
uh it actually states that back in the Old Testament that women that wear man clothes and men that wear women clothes were stoned to death in those days.
So that's actually not what it says. It just says if you're gay, you're stoned to death, or like if you're gay, it's an abomination.
No, it says
But
that
then, okay,
it
fine.
said
All right, I mean, look, man, if you want to, sure, fine, whatever. So yeah, then it also says in like verse 18 of Leviticus, like these laws being laid out in Leviticus, such as being gay is wrong, were directed only. Chairman, thank you so much for the money again. Thank you so much. We're directed only to the Israelites and their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites. Like it quite literally says, verse 18 of Leviticus. Go read it. That those were rules only for the Israelites. So you could have had a strong argument as to why it would be wrong to be gay as an Israelite 3,000 years ago, but obviously we're not Israelites 3,000 years ago. Also, Persephone,
but
thank you
did
so
you
much
know
for
that
the
God changed it around so that we're not it's not just the Israelites and the Gentiles and everything. We're all underneath. We're one now. You know what I mean?
No,
So we
no,
all follow.
no, Derek. What I'm telling you is it says in the Bible that it was only for the Israelites and their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites, because the Egyptians and the Canaanites would perform gay orgies to like pray to their false gods.
No, like I was saying.
I know, no, it's in the book, dude. It's quite literally in the book.
Yeah. But you're taking it out of context. Like
No,
God.
Go. It's word for word. Unironically, nothing is being taken out of context. I'm just reading the Bible, right? And bro, like, I don't understand. Like, you can argue this all day. Prove to me that God exists. Like,
Just like you were sitting here saying,
bro, like,
scientists.
Derek,
Hold
I need you to
on.
listen to
Just
me.
like
No, Derek. I'm
you
just as
just,
likely,
bro.
Derek. I'm just as likely, bro, Derek. I'm just as likely to believe. I'm just as likely to believe like the words of the Bible to be like objective, like moral command on what is right and wrong, as I am to believe like the writing of any fucking author, right? So like when Dr. Seuss says in Green Eggs and Ham that eating green eggs and ham is wrong, I'm just as likely to take that as being correct as the Bible when it says that being gay is wrong. Why? Because they're just words written on paper by men. And so, like, you have, like, to overcome this by justifying your presupposition that the Christian God divided
But
and split.
I literally just heard you say.
Don't cut me off. I'm not done talking.
God, but hold on, bro. When I was just talking, you just cut me off.
I'm not done talking, right? I'm not done talking, right? So now you have to overcome this by, justifying the presupposition that the Christian God exists by proving to me that the Christian God exists. So please, take it away and give me proof that the Christian God exists. It's very simple. Or is it? Is it really that simple? I guess we'll see. Derek, please unmute. I don't think he knows how to unmute. It's possible that he just doesn't know how to unmute.
All right, can you hear me?
I can. So go ahead.
I sat here and listened to you say scientists proved back in the day, and it was a scientific fact that this and that and the third, and that's what you said, right? How do you know that them scientists are real from way back when? You wasn't there. That's your man that wrote it.
I really appreciate you for the subscription, Storm. Yeah, sure, because like it's repeatable.
But how? But how do you know?
Bro, Derek, if you're gonna ask me a question, you gotta let me answer, right? Because it's repeatable and it's using like unbiased like scientific means of experimentation, right? So like when we look at these studies of like how we know that sexual orientation is dependent upon physicalities of the brain or like otherwise, it's by actually looking at the studies, right? So like they use like EEGs, MRIs, fMRIs to actually like discern, qualify, and quantify like objective things that exist within reality. There's like actual justification or evidence that exists to support these different notions. And I mean, if you are going sound, what does that mean? Check my mic. Are we good? So I don't know where I got lost there. I don't know where I got lost there. But anyways, because there's like objective means of like to qualify or quantify, like the means of like scientific experimentation, right? What I mean by that is like they use like actual like machines like MRIs, fMRIs, EEGs, etc. To observe like the tangible aspects, the physical aspects of our brain. And if you're gonna like reject this notion that like we shall assume like all science to be unjustified and we should be skeptical of it, then you're just gonna this is gonna lead to some dark places. This is gonna lead to some really dark places because then all of a sudden like you won't have any justification under this worldview to find the Earth to be round or to find us to be in the solar system or to find like any like natural explanation that is explained by science to be true. Like you're gonna reject like the laws of physics. You're gonna reject all this shit, right? Because like we have like different forms of justification. We have good forms of justification. So Derek, stop pivoting from my question. This is annoying. And give me your justification to support the existence of the Christian God. Please answer my question.
Okay, but you just said, can you hear me?
Right, I can.
Okay, so you said years ago, that's what I was talking about. You just said years ago that scientists was able to prove that people were gay from the beginning of time. Now you're sitting here telling me about the MRI machines and all this other bull crap, but how they didn't have that years and years and years ago. And also, do you know that science doesn't create anything? Science just studies God's word. You know what I'm saying?
Deductive reasoning, bro. Derek, deductive reasoning. Like, right? So, like, if we could show that sexual orientation is caused by parts of our brain, and, like, generally speaking, the human brain hasn't changed that much over the course of time, like, we're going to be left with, like, a very high plausibility that people have been gay forever. Just like people have been, different phenotypical traits of us as humans have been the same forever, like, right?
See, I look
Like,
well,
how do we
from
know that, like, we
from
look the same, like, 100,000 years ago? Why? Like, deductive reasoning, right? Et cetera, right? So
so
now,
look
Derek, Savannah, I appreciate that subscription. Now, like, I'm not going to allow you, Savannah, thank you so much for the subscription. I'm not going to allow you to continue to, like, just subvert and ignore my question. Give me
you're not gonna
justification.
allow me, bro. Like,
I'm not going to allow you. Straight up, I'm not going to allow you. So what I need you to do right now is to give me any justification, proof, or evidence of the existence of the Christian God.
bro, why do you keep cutting my mic off?
Yeah, because you keep interrupting me. So now, give me
But every time
justification.
I go to talk that you keep interrupting. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Derek, stop being a child. Thank you for the boxing gloves.
Here we
So
go,
stop being a
bro.
child and answer the question for the 5th time. Give me proof or justification to support the existence of the Christian God. Also, Jason, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to Sub-Only Chat. So go ahead, Derek.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself again because of this guy. It's called fake, bro. Just like just like you read stuff and you don't know, you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? George Washington, you believed, your history books, but you wasn't there when George Washington was around. But this is something that we take and we believe in. You know what I mean? But whenever it comes,
That's
hold
misinformation.
on, shut up,
No, that's just misinformation, right? So we have archaeological evidence to
bro.
support the
Shut up. Let me
existence.
finish talking and quit cutting me off.
Bro,
Ain't that
it's
what
like
you just
you're
said?
just making like false claims.
Bro,
You're just
like
like
here we
making
go.
false claims.
All right, bro. Here,
Right?
here. You enjoy your night. Have a good one, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah, bro.
keep going back
Derek,
and
now
forth
you're
with
just
you.
running. No, you're just emotional. You're just
No,
emotional.
no.
You're
I'm
running.
just like you're
Bro,
getting
stop
on my
pivoting.
like you're just
Bro,
getting on
like,
my
bro.
nerve.
Yeah, because like I'm like
No,
showing
bro,
your
because
positions to be dog shit.
you keep muting me, but you don't
Bro,
want me to
like
talk over
listen,
you.
right?
No,
So
you
like
listen.
you
That's your
listen, bro.
problem, bro. You
Oh,
need
you're
to
so
learn how to shut
emotional.
up.
You're such an emotional man. You're such
I'm
an
not.
emotional
You're
man.
just annoying little dickhead.
Right, so oh wow, so now I'm back with the ad homs with the mean words. Yeah, he just left. Anyways, I guess I'll continue to I'll just kind of roll off of what he was saying. We have archaeological evidence to support that George Washington was a real man, right? So like archaeological evidence is going to be like a huge support for like figures in history. And like apart from that, if we're just to succumb to like blind faith as being like adequate reason for our beliefs, Sorla, thank you so much for the subscription. That's really bad. It's a really bad idea, right? So like blind faith is not justification for belief. So if I have blind faith that murdering people is okay, am I justified in thinking that murdering people is okay? No. If I have blind faith and that after we die, I go into like this Pokemon universe where like I'm like Ash Ketchum, am I justified in thinking that's true? No, not at all. Not at all. So, yeah, we need justification for what we believe in. Anyways, y'all, that was unfortunately our last debate of the night. We're going to go ahead and take it off a sub-only chat here. Make sure everybody, if you've enjoyed the debates on this fine evening, make sure we're hitting that follow button. I'm on TikTok on my computer now. It's just auto-playing shit because I'm looking for someone to raid. If you've enjoyed the debates this evening, make sure you hit that follow button. I go live. I'm sorry. I need to turn off my audio. Just give me a second. I'm just looking for someone to raid. God damn it. This is embarrassing. Oh, anyways. Jesus. If you've enjoyed the debates on this fine evening, make sure to hit that follow button. I do debates like these quite literally every single day. They're so much fun. It's my favorite part of my day, right? And then also, if you want to talk to me, like, join my Discord. I'm in there. I'm going to be going into my Discord right after the stream's over and just kind of chilling. It's always a whole lot of fun. I want to, give a huge thanks to Persephone. Thank you so much for all your donations today and everyone else who, donated me a penny or subscription. I really appreciate you all. We're going to go ahead and look for someone to raid. I think we're going to go ahead and send y'all over to Danny's stream. Anyways, I will see you guys live tomorrow. I may even be live on my second account tonight. So let's go ahead and hit Danny with a raid. I really appreciate everyone who was in here today. It was a great day of debates, everyone. So at this time, let's now all go over to @DannyPhilTalk on TikTok. Spam Dean raid in the comment section, right? I love you all. Thank you so much for joining in today. Let's all go to @DannyPhilTalk on TikTok and spam Dean raid. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I will see you all tomorrow. Everyone have a phenomenal night, and goodbye.